I think that that's something about Texas in general, is when you're around people in Texas, you kind of just feel like you're at home. And Rounders is exactly that kind of place where, kind of the place that I want to play poker in, because people are laughing, showing their cards and just mixing it up, and it's fun. I don't know, I love it here.
When you leave, Tuesday, I double dare you for something. You gonna be gone for a while? Camel boy. Really? You going home to get married?
Are y'all basically ready to start?
No.
No?
Are they ready to start?
Yeah.
Oh, probably need.
All in Allen.
All in, Alan. What's up,
You have
guys?
to draw for a seat.
Oh, get a draw for a seat?
Right here.
Right here. Go right here.
You can start.
5. Perfect. Right in the middle. First seat in the house.
Are you allowed to buy in for that much?
It's even. She can buy it for 10 grand.
She's the host. With the most.
Hostess with the mostest.
Yep.
Somebody send me the link to the live stream.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So my daughter can watch. She wants to watch.
Does this lady let us do whatever she
She wants to
wants?
watch her mama lose. Can I?
Wow, everyone else 3? You're more than 3?
I'm waiting for me.
Yeah, so you got 5? Fine. I can move on another table.
Hello and
Johnny, you didn't order there
good
anything?
afternoon.
I got 5.
Johnny, you didn't order there?
This is a
Half of it.
very special Rounders pop-up game
Coming
coming to you guys this Sunday afternoon. Just a reminder, we have a final table tonight. It may be late, but we'll be here. We will be here. That'll be coming to you later. For now, we are getting set up for a 1-2 no limit hold'em game. This game was specially requested by players. We have a good friend of ours of the card room who is headed back home, and this is our farewell to that friend of the card room. Seat 9, Eva. Or yes, as her phone says.
So there's 3 seats, and then Mike's on all your drinks? Or 4 seats all?
We'll be underway here in a few minutes. It took us just a little bit to get set up for the game. Players, of course, you can see are still drawing for seats. Action will be underway in about 10 minutes. And we'll go over the players that are But for now, sit back, enjoy, and we'll be streaming about 2, maybe 3 hours this afternoon. Big tournament event going on this weekend, 200K guarantee. That day 2 is going on right now. All the activity around that has a lot of our staff tied up, as you may understand. Makes sense. Very busy today. So between myself and Robert, we are short staffing a project here. And so that's why it's a little bit different than normal. Normally you don't see the dealer sitting there with the action tracker. And normally it's not me by myself doing the rest, getting everything else ready, and sitting on the microphone, letting you know what the action is. So a little bit of a special show today. Something a little different.
Later in the stream be able to tell whose stats are right and all that kind of stuff. That's not a good idea. If that doesn't matter, then don't worry about it.
That's right.
You gotta draw your card.
I'm going to go ahead and stick away from the mic for a minute to double check that everything is a go and working well. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll be underway.
Can you tell if I'm smiling? Or your eyes give it away?
Your eyes give it away. Yeah. For sure.
Yes. Okay.
Same I am. Look your next hand. For you?
Need some ones, Mike.
Some one.
Oh man, I didn't know the code was really.
No,
All in Allen.
just Alan. All out, Alan.
Alright, I'm doing an additional mic test just to check to make sure everything's coming through okay. Mic test. Be back in a second.
Yeah, Eva Las Vegas.
Eva Las Vegas.
Everybody wants to know her.
Thank you.
Here's Robert. How do I get the link?
We gotta ask Mike. Michael. You got YouTube? Just go to YouTube and go to the RoundersLIVE channel. Is that tablet on underneath that? The tablet, yeah.
Oh, what? Is that what you can do?
Tablet underneath on? No. You don't have a tablet. But if you did, it would be on.
Another one.
I'm gonna need to switch that out. We're gonna need it somehow.
You have my name at the time.
Yeah, I got it.
What about my name? Kelly?
I mean, you're Campbell.
Campbell?
That's good. Oh yeah, it starts in 16 minutes.
No way.
We were supposed to have started at 2.
We're ready to go. Let's go.
John Lucas?
Okay, mic check again.
What was the
Just a
last time
second
you won
here.
anyway? That was nothing all day
Mic
long.
check.
So that's pretty good then. Does anyone want 5 or 10 more?
Mic check. Okay, I'm hearing it come through. Mic check.
John.
Do you see it on yours?
Hmm?
I don't see it. Here, make mine do it.
Is that because they RFID?
Oh, so which
Is
one
this,
do I
is
do
this
it on?
the,
This one?
They told me this was to be to your left. This is
Nice.
which one there they use.
Cup?
That one's off.
This one's off.
Yeah, this is the off one.
It is.
So you use this one. You're using that one. Johnny's this one. And
What about
that
me?
one. Alan, you're using that one over there.
Me?
You're using that one right in front of you. And the mystery guy who we're missing.
Mike.
Using that one. John, are you done?
So can I go to one, seat one?
No. There's a guy coming.
If there's seat change, I want to do seat one. Because you have to draw.
So who's commentating?
You don't need our.
Testing the mic. Test. Test. Test.
Y'all need to be nice to Eva, okay? You have to not need to vote.
I know. No, she's on. Good hanging out with you guys. Have fun over at Eva's.
She said she's gonna give the losers, all the losers, hug and kisses at the end of the tournament. I'm losing it, all in.
In full.
Yeah, all in and full. Sure, what's that?
I think you said it's gonna have something like.
Mess up chip count and all that?
You can't track two. It messes up the chip count. And it messes up like you can't track two. So I mean, stuff will show up, but
I'm good since y'all.
I'm good, I don't have to play.
I mean, I'm good with playing.
No,
It's up to
crazy
you.
pineapples. You get 3 cards. You get 3 cards, and then people like 2 ounces, and you have to start one. Start the play.
also,
Okay, apologies, audience. I'm just,
I just put 1,000 for testing.
as I was mentioning, I'm doing a sound check by myself, which is a little more challenging.
Mike, do we have right to slap the dealer?
Is anybody gonna be, calling the play-by-play action?
I don't have an announcer right now. everyone I would have an announcer every once. They're out on the floor doing.
76. I call.
So what's for her?
7? Seat 7. No.
That's the talk to
Oh,
me
yeah.
in the back.
Huh?
That's the talk to me in the back. I gotta go back there and
Man, I went to Sylvia month. Sylvia month. I didn't recognize you with your hair. I haven't seen you.
I actually like have hair and makeup on.
Oh, okay. You cleaned up good.
Doesn't happen very often.
I could only tell with your voice. Sylvia. I guess we are.
Are you gonna do what? Winner? Or what are you? Okay, that's fine. So what are you doing for first?
I'm working.
Oh.
You think I'm gonna dress like this? Thank you. He doesn't talk to us lowly players.
You cleaned up too. Oh my God.
Okay, audience. Again, apologies for the sound trouble right at the start. Just trying to get the everything working. I think the device I was using, something must have been not quite right. But let's talk about the players we have here at the game. Coming in shortly in seat 1, we'll have Mike Farhani. Seat 2, we have the Camel himself. Seat 3, we have Kelly. In seat 4, Theo. 5, we have Alan. In seat 6, Sam I Am. In seat 7, Johnny Rod. In seat 8, Sylvia. And in seat 9, Ava. We are going to get underway here. They requested to do a pineapple bump, so that's what we're going to start with. I can tell you that they decided to go ahead and do a double board bomb pot, which, the hardware software combination for the stream doesn't allow the second board to be read, and the first board usually doesn't read entirely correctly either because it reads part of one board, part of the other. So just be aware of that as we watch this first hand, which will look a little unusual, but we'll get to see the action as it goes around. Robert finds a way to start it off with a bang, throwing all 4 jacks out on the board between the 2 boards.
I check. You get a jack. 700 is the best. I know you don't have no jack.
If you don't have a pocket pair, it's hard to have much for this particular type of board situation.
Hey, Mike.
What's that?
That's it. I was thinking. We were all That's okay. I'm not doing that anymore. We're just gonna chop.
I know, right?
You gotta type that stuff every hand for real? Oh my God. Is that what they do? So what? Oh my God. You got too much work to do.
The double board Crazy Pineapple was a game that ran for a good couple of weeks here, and it ran as a standalone game, or it would run as round of each with maybe Pot Limit Omaha or No Limit Hold'em, something like that. But it's a very fun and interesting game, especially if you're playing you know, an entire round of it or a whole game of it. Unfortunately, it's not particularly good for the stream just because of the limitations of the hardware and software, but it's a fun game to play, so look for that around here. So the first hand here, looks like Camel finds ace queen in the small blind, pops it up to 31 after a couple of limpers. Sylvia's not afraid of a little adventure. She's going to come along with king 6 suited. Everyone else is.
Well, you have. Why? Because I got a big hand and you're calling on a position of nothing.
Out of position. What?
How is she out of position? What?
Oh, there goes the ace on the turn. Camel's going to fire again for sure. He's going to take it down. Sylvia's double gutted, but. Oh, sorry, single gutted. The 5. But it's a pretty hefty bet. She knows he's got an ace.
You need to get somebody to help you. Yeah, you need some assistance. I thought they put you here. No, Brady. Did you see gonna make that noise all day? The noise and the moon will keep making all day.
It looks like Allen raised it with an unknown hand to 17.
I'm not afraid of that.
Silva comes along with queen 10, and Ava also with jack 8.
More realistically, more like 2-3 though.
Alright, I was just checking the volume on my phone. I can hear it okay, so may need to turn the volume up just a little bit. After a bet on the flop, checks around on the turn. Ava's got the pair of 8s. Still not sure what Allen has. I believe he has an ace, but we'll see in a second. Oh, there you go. He does have an ace. This bet's probably going to take it down. Might get a call, but nope. Ava decides to let this one go.
Hey John, I'm still gonna remember at the end of the day what the wage was. No, he's being mean. He's being mean. I've never seen him be mean.
Sam I am looks like he's under the gun with the old computer hand. Gonna toss that one out. Kind of rough under the gun. Johnny's got the 9 deuce.
Sylvia, have you gone mad?
He's not going to see anything with that. Sylvia's going to consider how much to raise with a pair of 6s, which makes it 25.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Sylvia.
Ava's out. Campbell's going to consider with his 10 deuce. Don't think he's going to consider too long before he folds. Kelly's taking a look at 5-4 suited and wondering, well, I straddled on the button. I'll let this one go. Alan's going to come along with ace-jack maybe, but I noticed that's the same thing he had last hand, so it might be a misread. T has an unknown hand. T's going to lead out with his unknown hand. I feel like he either has a draw or possibly an 8.
Oh, we got Mr. Herrera. Hello.
Looks like Alan is going to raise. Oh, no, I'm sorry. T let out for 65, pardon me. And Alan called. Sylvia's going to let this one go. 2 overs. Didn't hit her set. Looks like T is going to get together a lead out again. Looks like about the same amount, maybe. Oh, no, might be 75. 80, 75, 80, yeah. Now, Alan, we see that he's got top pair in the graphics, although, again, it's the same ace-jack he had last hand, so there's a possibility that it's reading the card incorrectly. It does. I have noticed this happen occasionally. T's going to continue leading out. 3 streets now. Feels pretty strong. Probably would not have led out on the turn with ace-king, but it would be a good river for him. Could be something like ace-jack or overpair. Looks like it's reading now the ace-jack. So it could be a chop situation if, again, Alan's hand is being read correctly.
They got a long time to go. There's 50 some players.
It was read correctly, looks like. Yep. Looks like they'll chop that up with ace-jack each player. Big Ben and Nick from Yuma, and Mike Lewis. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Hope you guys are having a great day. We have a fairly short stream this afternoon, but we'll be back tonight at a possibly unknown time for the final table of our 200K guarantee. This is kind of a warm-up stream. So make sure you've got the bell notifications hit so you'll know when we go live.
You're welcome.
Kelly, I don't know what it is.
Do we know if you need anything else today?
Do you have the magic formula to make these remotes work? No.
Oh, there's more? Oh, okay. That's what I was looking for. That one usually works. You gotta be the master of the remote. I don't know. The receiver. Where the receiver? Oh, good deal, bud. That's my horse. That's my horse. That's my dragon. So you put that on, you put that right?
All right, we got the blinds and 1 limper. Campbell's got a nut flush draw, gonna lead out, $7. Sam I am, second nut flush draw, come along.
Yeah.
Alan comes along with Jack-10. Board pairs on the turn. Feels like that's going to check around. Double pair. Sam I Am had that deuce. Now he's got the boat. It's going to pick up this pot. Not sure anyone can call.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to put on each jack when I have ace jack, you know, but only thing we touched on is you got 5, 7, 8. The scheme didn't deter you at all. I like that it deterred me. On Mike, I thought you would have checked the turn. Or the river, sorry.
Yeah, but then if I took the river, you went all in.
I might have checked it back. I might have checked it back.
200K guaranteed today.
Fire.
That day 2 is going.
There's one Nemo at the table.
43 left. Big tournament, 535 entrants. Total prize pool ended up being 227,375. Big prize pool.
I've seen that now for about.
Sylvia's happy to find kings here under the gun. She's going to fire away. What's that, Robert? Ooh, of course the ace Magnus pulled that ace right out. She's not going to be happy about that. But also, as it turns out, no one has an ace. Checks around. She probably feels a little bit better about her kings now.
More cards? I took a shot.
She's going to go ahead and fire out on the river. Figured if anyone had the ace, they would have said something by now. But no one's got anything to fight with. They're going to let it go. Kings hold up. Kings hold up. It happens occasionally.
No, I didn't.
Mikey! So, Mike.
Morning, guys.
Take this picture, put his name in the book.
Ah, you got it.
Hey, thanks for those likes and subscriptions there, everyone. Certainly do appreciate that.
That's like the 4th one this week. 4th or 5th one this week. Here, I'll go to YouTube, just go to RoundersLIVE. Let them live. Yeah.
Ava was on loan to us from China. Student, was here for 7 years, I believe. But it's time for her to go back home to her family. But she's been a staple in our card room for several years. Nobody has very much on this one. I'm sure Kelly's hoping his queen high might be good. Johnny's wondering if his sixes are good. Sylvia knows her 7-3 isn't good. Queen on the river. That confirms it for Kelly. He's good.
River rat. River rat. What else is new? Yeah, didn't take much to figure that one out. Yeah, I know it.
So as you guys who are regular watchers know,
At least I self-identified.
typically the games we have are big buy-in, big money games, big players. That's our general staple at Rounders Live. So Eva being a regular player, very interested in the show, liked watching it, but not the big player that buys in for those big amounts. So she's been asking me if I could get a kind of a smaller game going, and so I decided this was the right format, just kind of a pop-up game that happens with a group. And me and Robert, the dealer, put this together. So that's why things look a little different. You don't normally see the action tracking tablet in the dealer as well. It's a little different. That won't be a normal part of a regular show. But for some one-off shows, we may do some things like that. Does that mean I'm going to go ahead and limp in with an ace? Sylvia's going to go ahead and call it small blind with a little 10 deuce. Ava's going to check the 7-5. Johnny limp with the king 6. 2 jacks on the flop. Sylvia has 2 pair now. Looks like Ava's going to try to steal it, or we have a incorrect card read, one or the other. Sylvia's going to call, of course. I think Ava's going to try to represent an ace here. Or again, may have a misread of the cards, possibly. And assuming the card readers are good, this is a good steal by Ava.
So is your a vacation, or are you leaving for good? That's it? You're never going to come back to San Antonio? You don't know? Okay. Just wondering. Do you really want to do that? You can't change your plans, right?
Hey, Tom Burgess, welcome to the chat. Thanks for chiming in. Just so you guys know, if you see someone straddling on the button, we do have a house rule about a hard rock straddle where it jumps over the blinds, goes through the table, jumps over the button, actions on the blinds, and then it goes back to the button. Action Tracker has no way to track that, so pre-flop action when you see money on the button is going to be a little
I wouldn't let me
awkward.
go.
Just FYI. We got Alan and Sylvia seeing a flop with 9-8 and 9-6. Alan technically better with that 8 kicker, but they're relatively close in what they can represent. Alan's going to see bet and take this down.
And the entertainment portion of the show.
How you doing, Mike?
Ready, Debbie?
Way to go, Mike.
I heard you say you were going to do that.
Only 41 left in that day, too.
You're off for now.
They're getting down in number. Big freeze out. Don't have definitive plans yet, but I hear discussions of some bigger tournaments coming in May, so keep your ears out for that. I'm sure they'll be announcing those once they have them set. We got some limps in this hand. Around to the small blind. Big blind's going to go ahead and raise it. Ace-3 suited. Pretty good big blind raise, especially with 5 limpers. Sorry, 4.
Way to isolate. Like it.
And in typical Rounders fashion, everybody calls.
Oh, I know. Anything below 25 is in there.
Well, Jack 10 flops the joint. That's pretty good. But there's a heart draw for 2 players. Warning, warning. Alan, you flopped the nuts. Warning. Ava could be in trouble if a heart rolls off. Nobody else has a jack, so Alan's still good. But he doesn't like it that much because it made ace-jack the better hand. Kelly's still going to lead out with his flush draw.
25?
Let's study how these doctors play hard.
Alan's going to go ahead and raise that. Ava's out. She knows that now if a heart rolls off, it's really hard for her flush to be good if 2 people are in the hand like that. And there it is, the heart killer. Kelly's just going to open shove here. Makes sense. He's got less than a pot-sized bet left.
106?
Alan's got to think, man, I flopped the nuts. What happened?
Some change for you, man.
Crying call. Crying call from Alan.
Look at that flop. Yeah, look at that flop. Well, you got that on the river, right? Okay. Then how many cards do you get to use? 1? Nice answer. Thanks.
Hey, Pokey Polly. Welcome to the YouTube chat.
I really thought I was donating.
Thanks for checking in.
We were. But then, of course, the card got.
How much is it hourly to play?
We like you better.
So, they have a daily door fee, $5. They have a one-time lifetime membership fee, $5. Then per hour, it's $12 per hour to play.
Nice, nice. Yeah, terrible. Yeah, but he don't tip you. Yeah. Good call. He does?
Allen under the gun, limping with an ace. Sam has a bit of a mystery hand, limps in as well. Johnny's got a jack-9 suited, that's pretty solid. Ava's gonna limp ace-5. Kelly's still stacking his chips. And T checks his option. 5 waves of the flop, 1 mystery hand. Got a solid flush draw for Johnny. And top pair. We got Sam's card scanned in. Looks like he also has top pair with a better kicker, but no flush draw. Johnny's going to go ahead and bet the top pair with flush draw. He's probably going to fold around to Sam. And Sam folded. That pretty much indicates to me that there was a misread in the cards. I can't imagine he would fold top pair queen kicker to $20, so I'm going to call that a likely misread of the cards. Technology, computers, and all that's pretty good, but it's not perfect. Pokey Polly asks, how many tables usually run? Well, the card house has 22 tables, plus they've recently pulled in 8 temporary tables for this large tournament event we have going on. So I would say on average, like on a weekend, you're probably going to have 20 tables of those 22 running most of the day. Either tournament or cash. You know, in the middle of the night, 3 to 5 a.m., you know, you're going to get down to 5 or less tables. But then during a really big poker series, really big tournament event, it'll be all tables plus the temporary tables available. Only ace, queen, and ace 10 are seeing the flop. Bunch of low, junky cards that no one wanted to see. They're both probably pretty happy with their hand. Figuring their ace high is probably good. Decent chance to chop the pot also, depending on what else comes out. Not so much anymore. Ava hits her kicker card. Her 2 pair is going to be good, unless a queen shows up on the river. And she shows the 10. That's going to be good. Hello also to Hero, Angie, Steven in the Facebook chat. Great to see you. Thanks for chiming in. Hope you're enjoying. Pokey Polly asking about the tournaments. Are they hourly as well? The tournaments have a fixed amount that you pay at the start of the tournament as part of the buy-in, and that is the house fee. That's all the house fee. So it's not hourly. However long you play in the tournament, you pay the fixed fee for that. But for cash games, it's an hourly rate.
Check.
All right, looks like we've mostly limped around here. Looks like we'll be 5 ways to this flop. 3 queens with kickers, an ace and a king. And everyone's trying to figure out whose rag got hit. No one at this table. Looks like the ace high is going to be good most of the time now with 2 pair with that ace.
Oh, fuck it.
Yep, it looks like a simple lead out is going to be able to take it on that one. King high wins this one.
Yeah, probably will in a minute.
Steven on Facebook comments, looks like a fun, friendly game. I agree. This particular one is a fun and friendly game. This is, you know, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, most of our streams are going to be the large buy-in, big stack, big action type of games. You know, the 5-5, 5-10s, 5-5-10, 5-10-20, things like that. Those are going to be most of our streams. But we had a request from several of these players to do a slightly smaller game. And so this is a good opportunity to do it, just kind of have a pop-up game off the regular schedule. So that's what we have today. These guys actually play together. I would say this group probably plays, not every night, but you know, several times a week. They're found at the same table together. Three players of this flop. No one has an ace, but we do have 2 flush draws and a pair of 3s. Checks around. Alan's going to go ahead and bet from the button with his 6-high flush draw, and Sylvia calls with a jack flush draw. The pair of 3s is now going to be upset with themselves, but that's okay. He didn't see the turn. Oh well. Alan's going to bet again from the button. Try to take it down. Maybe represent that 3. It works. Gets through.
Thank you for the great review. You can roll dice one. I still hate them. I'm not talking to you. I really. No. Do you know how to play backgammon? You're Iranian. You're Iranian. You're supposed to know that shit.
200K guarantee day 2. Down to 37 players. Again, we'll be streaming the final table. We expect that to be quite a bit later this afternoon. We don't expect it to be really super soon, but we will be bringing it to you guys live on the stream once that arrives. Down to 37.
I'm staying in the Venetian next month. Supposed to be one of the nicer properties.
I stay there a lot. I get up to the damn virus there. I went there every year.
Those of you just coming in, this is Mixed Game Mike on the microphone. I'm usually the guy in the background that you normally don't hear from. But today, we're just arranging a special, smaller staff stream. It's just the 2 of us running things, me and Robert in the box. So it's a little different than normal. Three players of this flop. We've got a pair of 8s in the lead for now. 10-7 and a mystery hand. Sylvia sees that overcard and goes ahead and checks. Mike's going to lead out with his mystery hand. Mike's going to go ahead and take it with that. Did have a mystery hand. I suspect Mike would probably have a queen 9 type of hand in that spot. Actually, probably a little bit stronger than queen 9 because he was under the gun and limped. Tom in the YouTube chat asked, what's the min-max entry fee on this table? By fee, I mean you mean the buy-in, because we already covered that it's $12 an hour to play. That's what I would consider a fee. But if you're talking about the buy-in is a minimum of 100. Generally speaking, the max of 300, but you can also buy in for 75% of the big stack at the table. Also, if you came from another table, you're able to bring a larger amount of chips with you, and that's a couple of these players who were already playing at another table, so they brought their slightly larger stack with them. That's the general rule.
Do you think this is pineapple?
Sylvia find kings again. She had those earlier. Gonna raise it to 30. You know, a lot of times in a rounders game like this, when you have a limp around and you have someone raising from the button or the blind, you're just gonna get a bunch of callers. But not this time. She'll take down a good 10, 15 bucks though. Don't have to worry about that ace coming on the flop this time.
Even you, Al. No, don't say that. Don't go that far.
Okay.
Don't go that far. Don't start lying.
Kelly's got the 8s this time. Starting with a pair, it's always good.
Johnny, you playing the 20-40 mix and the 30-50 kill on the 21st?
Bumping it up to 15. T comes along with pocket 5s. Sam I Am's got the big litter cards. Johnny's got an ace. Ava's going to go ahead and call with king 5 suited. Mike's got a mystery hand. 6 ways to this flop. Nobody flops their set that they were looking for. Doesn't connect much with anyone. 8s are probably good, depending on what the mystery hand is.
If anybody take my money and this side on the table, I'm going to make you guys move.
Checks around. Another 3. We'll see here if someone wants to pretend they've got a 3 and lead out.
Don't leave the lights on. Oh, Sylvia will leave the lights on. Oh, sorry. I thought he was checking his hand. I'd already.
No, I was just waiting on you.
No. I was hilarious. Should have been off one time.
Looks like Mike's going to lead out with his mystery hand, either representing a 3 or maybe he has a 3. Unfortunate, did not read the card, so we don't know.
Yeah. Oh, so we can go online and check and see what everybody's had?
Watch it right there.
Actually, serious? You on the camera?
20 minutes away.
I just saw how Alan bluffed.
You can't believe one through, did it? Did Alan win that hand? Alan hasn't won a hand in 3 weeks. 4 weeks now. Yeah, I got your favorite hand. Uh-oh. Not again.
Again, she did it.
I told you. Sylvia's being mean, dude.
She did.
Trying to push people around, be a bully. You're gonna tank me before
Camel, you chose camel.
Is that okay with you?
You put it there.
All right, looks like we are going to have 2 players of this flop. Ace-5 versus 9s. There's the 9. Unfortunately for Sylvia, she's flopped strong, but Sam does not have enough to continue.
Oh, leave it like that. That's what I am. That's what I've been doing. Giving you a
Over in our Facebook chat, I see Graham White. How you doing, Graham? Yes, he says if Alan doesn't book a huge win, all live poker is rigged. It's very possible live poker is rigged. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, we always like to joke that online poker is rigged every time you lose, but some of the like even if you go back and look at the first hand that was dealt out here, you know, it was they did a double board pineapple and it was 3 jacks on one of the boards and like ace deuce jack on the other, you know. What? How'd that happen? You just never know. Yes, if we let the dealers choose a lineup. Robert was primarily the driver in getting this lineup together. In fact, Robert was going to play, but because of how busy this weekend was, he was needed to deal, so he is dealing and action tracking, which is just for this special one-off pop-up game. It's not going to be the normal for a Rounders live stream. So.
Yeah. Why are you raising my big one?
Well, I saw this coming. I'm not going to do 50 points.
Oh, Alan is way ahead, fine there.
That's the best hand. That's a lot stronger than I expected.
Well, nobody has much right now.
That right there, that's the top end of my range.
We do have one mystery hand. Possibly could have a little something. Everyone else has backdoor draws at the best. Sam's got a gut shot, though, actually.
Oh, yeah,
I'll go the 8. I'll hold the 8.
Boom, another ace.
That 3 gives T a pair,
So am I.
which is better than what anyone else has right now. Of course, Sam I Am still has the gut shot. Use that jack to come through to feel confident the queen 10 is good. He still might think his queen 10 is good just as high cards, possibly.
Yeah, you got lucky. I had ace 10.
But T's going to lead out and take it down.
Did you not see it?
No, that was in head because I was here that.
I had a full ace 10. You bet 25 a full ace 10.
Are you talking about the hand you told me you had ace 10?
This hand, the one that they just scoop. I have several times ace 10, yes. Now I'm on tilt. I'm ready to take somebody's money. No one is the next one. Oh my God. No more. This is nice.
It was plus 228 or something.
Alan, found cards you didn't like.
Oh, no, you had to.
Gonna set them aside. Sam's out too. 4-3, not good enough.
Oh my God, I cannot believe we got the razor. It's an ace into a king.
Johnny liked his 4-3 though. He's gonna raise them.
Play one hand every 4 hours.
Sylvia's gonna call with an ace. Ava calls with an ace. Mike calls with a mystery hand.
Right here, look, $5. You're not going anywhere.
And away we go. 4 players of this flop. 4, ace king. F6. Wow, ace king, high. 4, ace 6. The 2 aces are happy for sure. Johnny's gone all in. I feel like he's either trying to make a play or possibly there's a misread in the cards. Maybe he has pocket 4s instead.
must have had a terrible hand if I folded. What am I doing?
It was the pre-flop razor. It could look like he hit a set
No, that's what I'm saying. I must have had a
for
really
the
bad
players
hand.
behind him that have an ace with a 10. They have top pair with a 10 kicker. 2 of them do. But that's a strong bet from the pre-flop razor.
Crazy, you get to watch it. You get to watch all the bluffs and stuff.
Silvia does have a tough decision here.
I haven't been watching it.
We can see the cards, so it feels a little easier. Or we hope we can see the cards. Again, considering a mystery could be possible. She has to commit. Looks like just about half her stack, maybe a little bit less than half her stack, if she wants to call. Looks like she's going to go ahead and make the call. Now Ava's in a tough spot because she ironically has the same hand that Silvia does, but has the same type of decision. Now with a caller, she's got to worry about Silvia having a better kicker, or possibly having a 2-pair type of hand.
Kind of still hand. Which you are, technically.
It's you. Mike, it's you.
Okay, Ava doesn't have as much of a consideration for her the percentage of her stack, but she also still has Silvia with chips behind that she has to consider for future streets. And of course, Mike is still behind her to act. Mystery Hand Mike. Justin on Facebook says that should be the new nickname, Mystery Hand Mike. How you doing, Justin?
You're in there as camel, really?
Ava decides on a fold on this one. Mystery Hand Mike. Looks like Mystery Hand Mike folded because Robert ran out the cards. And it looks like Silvia is going to be good, which means we probably did get a correct read on Johnny's cards. He was just making a play there. And Robert here in just a second is going to catch up with the action.
Even my camel doesn't play 3-4. Sylvia, why don't you come try to get these two? These are the hardest ones to get.
I was on Lockhill.
They're on lockdown for now. They're COVID-19. They're on hospital. They're on hospital. They're COVID dolls. They're on lockdown. They got their second shot.
Oh, I got
They're
my
not going
second
anywhere.
shot on Friday.
I got mine 2 months ago. Month and a half ago.
Rush! Yesterday I was a little but
Denise,
it
Denise.
wasn't too bad. Your first one, was it bad? No, first one, not a problem at all. My first one, I haven't got my first one.
A couple new folks commenting on our YouTube chat. V, Marissa, hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the chat. Marissa says she's with Team Silvia. Way to go. Had a good hand that time. Sylvia's a very fun player.
I think they have a lot more people.
I don't get the chance to play with her very often because I usually am playing mixed games. I don't play a lot of 2-card games. But occasionally, I'll either find her at a slightly different game, like a No Limit, Pot Limit Omaha, round of each, or like I mentioned earlier, Crazy Board, Crazy Pineapple Double Board. That's run a couple of times. She'll play on that.
Sure. Ooh, I love it when I have a big hand. See that, Robert? I'm giving him 100.
Yeah, he got his money right there. Yeah. Oh, we got
I just thought I'd make it easy.
All right, Robert, this is your chance for big tips.
All right, looks like we're gonna hit this flop with 4 players. One mystery hand with Camel. Everyone else wishing for a different flop.
I'm thinking about a card. Yeah.
That 5 gives T a pair, and gives Alan open-ended straight draw. Kelly also a pair. That 9 didn't really help anyone, but it does bring in the front door flush. No one's going to get too excited about this pot. But if the card reads are right, we'll have it chopped between T and Kelly. Looks like it's going to check around too. Oh, we did have a little bit of a mystery. Kelly actually had a jack and a 5.
You can play in the tournament? The big tournament?
I did.
Oh yeah, there must have been an action tracking issue on that one because he pushed the pot to Johnny, who is not listed in the graphics. So probably just a tracking error on that one.
Oh, there's the hand that Alex lost.
Yeah. Which one?
Bluffing on.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying my pain. Even makes it worse. Thanks. It's all hearts are accounted for. Awesome. No, I had a heart.
All right, looks like Johnny raises under the gun for 20 here. Got a pair of 8s. Sylvia and Avi are out here. Mike's out. Looks like Camel's out. Looks like it may fold around. Oh no, Camel called. My apologies. And Kelly also called the mystery hand.
I know hearts accounted for. So brutal.
Overcards for both pairs we have.
No.
Johnny checks his option, does not continue. Kelly with the pocket 3s. Flopped a set. He's looking in pretty good shape.
Oh, look at the 680 horse. It's 0%.
Takes that one down.
Did that stupid Kelly call that big 75 bet? We don't call him stupid, call him dumb.
Jojo, welcome to the Facebook chat. Good to see you.
No, he had the 3 in his hand.
That was your hand.
200K guarantee down to 36. By the way, if you want to track that, see how things are going with that freeze out, it's available on Poker Atlas. You can watch the clock, see the remaining players.
Down goes Fraser, down goes Fraser.
And Eva was upsetting until she saw. She's like, oh.
Ava sees pocket 3s and said, hey, they worked really well for Kelly last hand. I'm going to try a little raise with them.
All she does is take chips.
Mike's got a good ace. Going to call that 7. Alan's going to call here with the ace-8. Oh, pardon me. It was a straddle from Alan. Again, I mentioned earlier the Hard Rock straddle that's used by the house is not trackable by Action Tracker, so pre-flop action looks a little funny on any hands with the button straddle. Johnny flops amazing. Pulls right on ahead with 3 9s. He's going to lead out for 15. Oh, I'm sorry. He's going to call a bet from Mike. My apologies. Checks around on the turn. Ace. Could get Mike in trouble here. Let's see what happens. Johnny's going to lead out. Mike hitting his ace on the river is probably going to call. That's the one card that can come on the river that gets a payoff for Johnny. All right, 3 deuce. Not good enough for Ava. Just going to get out of the way on that one. Mike looks like he made the call. Oh, bumps it up to 16. Mystery hand for Mike. Mystery hand, Mike. Sam I am with the button.
30 stack to 21.
Johnny's going to raise it with ace king. Looks like it's going to be 20 around. 15, 16, 16. 16 from everyone. Looks like 2 players have an ace, and there's an ace on the board. They're both pretty happy, although one's got a better kicker. Alan's going to lead out with his ace. Sam's going to let go of his jack-6.
How long do you have, Mike, until you can register?
Johnny may flat here, or he may raise it.
When the button gets you, I can just leave it.
Looks like he's counting out a call. Mike, mystery hand Mike, probably folding. Only because there's only one ace left.
I mean, I don't want to.
Pairs the board. Gives some possible chop outs for Allen, but only if there's another ace or deuce on the river. But he thinks there'll be chop outs. So he doesn't know. Allen leads out again, 75. Johnny's going to make the call. Three on the river, that's not going to change anything. Johnny's going to ship it from the small blind. He's been past it the whole hand. Now he's got Allen going, what's going on? You've checked the whole way, and now you're going to lead out for all in? Remember last time Johnny did this, he had a 4 on an ace-4-6 board. So it looks a little iffy. But Alan's going to let this one go. Or he does call. He did a one-chip call.
You don't think you're gonna come back?
And that one's going to go Johnny's way.
There he is.
$34 left in that 200 guarantee, $200,000 guarantee. Day 2, 34 left. Again, we will be here live with the final table. And we expect that'll be late this evening. But whenever we get there, we'll be live. If you want to know when it goes live, make sure you have subscribed on YouTube and hit the notification bell so that you know when it goes live.
I only missed no hand.
Looks like Mike has taken off from seat 1.
Feel funny to shuffle. What's up with any card? So much thicker. They don't bend as much.
T puts a little raise in with 7-3. Alan comes along with a pair. Johnny's got an ace. Sylvie's got a king. 4 players to a flop. There's that king. Sylvia looks to be in good shape here. Now, can she get anything out of anyone else? That's the question. She's going to try. 25 bucks for a shot. No one has much to hang a hat on. Alan might call with his pair. Johnny might float with the ace. I can't imagine 7-3 calling unless he's going to try to make a move. But no, folds around.
You coming on a big line?
Yeah.
Do I have to be nice to you today or no?
No, I would prefer if you did it. Yeah.
Coming up Tuesday, we have a 5-10 Middle of It Hold'em game. This was one of our games from February that got postponed because of the freeze. And so that's going to be a big fun game coming up on Tuesday. Again, it'll be here at 7 p.m. We got quite a list for that game. If you're interested in that game or our future games, certainly call up to Rounders front desk, 210-361-DEAL, 210-361-3325. Be able to get on that list or any of the lists. We do have a new player in seat 1, it appears. And I will let you know who that player is once the action tracker goes around to them and I can see their name. Unfortunately, I do not recognize them. So.
Good, huh?
got a raise in the middle to 15. Johnny's going to come along.
She said she got king. I seen it on the board.
Nadia. Oh, that's one of our staff. Sorry, I didn't recognize the top-down view. Yeah. No, that's Nadia. She's
$60, $61.
one of our staff members
That's the third.
who's been playing a little bit.
We have lists.
Oh, I was on the list, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, okay. Do I need to put you back on the list, so I guess? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I gotta do that.
7-5-2 flop 2 diamonds. Not a whole lot going on. Sylvia does have a flush draw. Nadia now with the mystery hand. We went from mystery hand Mike to mystery hand Nadia. Five pairing the board on the turn. Sylvia still has a flush draw. Looks like it's checking around to the river. Flush did not get there. Queen high could be good, depending on what Nadia has. Although I feel like Nadia may have like an ace high type hand here. But she's also in the big blind. She could have anything. Does appear to have an ace jack. So she is good. But it is just ace high. I feel like she's going to do a passive check here and then find out she's got the winner. Indeed. Welcome to the table, Nadia.
I've never played. Too much.
One of those white ones on. Just one this time. Here's a small block. Wow. That's the biggest hand I had since I started turning this game. Guys, I'm ready.
Kelly finds 10-4 into the gun. Doesn't much care for that. Theon's probably going to pass on the Dragon Slayer. Sam's going to limp with a queen.
There you go, City. Really?
Johnny's going to limp with a jack. Sylvia's going to limp with a king. Ava's going to go ahead and call from the button with 8-5. Camel's got 3 deuce in the big blind. No reason to raise there. And Nadia's got a queen. Good for $1. 6 ways at the flop. A lot of letter cards. Nobody's got ace-10. 2 people have queens. 1 person has a jack. 1 person has a king. 3 deuces out of the way. Nadia's going to go ahead and lead out for 15. Johnny's going to go ahead and call with that bottom pair. Sylvia's going to call with top pair. And Ava is out. Someone with a queen folded. That may have been a misread then. 3 doesn't change anything. Nadia's not going to continue, it looks like. Or she's thinking. No, she checks. Johnny looks like he's going to lead out. Try to take this one down. Now players are thinking of 2 different hands when Johnny made that kind of big bet like this. One where he had bottom pair and one where he had top. Which one is it this time? Sylvia does have top pair. Not a great kicker, but We can see the cards. It's the best hand. Does she know it's the best hand?
They've been doing it all the time. I don't understand.
Delilah didn't do it. Did we know?
Looks like she's going to make a call here. Over to Nadia. Looks like she is going to let this one go. That 5. Nadia is sad girl. She would have picked up 2 pair, but as it stands, it's going to check around. The king is going to be good. The king is going to be good. Don't worry, Nadia. It happens to all of us. Right when we fold, we get the card we need on the street right after that. Happens all the time. Sylvia's good this time with the king, though. I'm going to check on a few things in the back. I'll be back in a hand or two.
Silly, it's silly, right?
You win. Yeah, that's good. I'm real proud of it. I jam on the flop, you still call?
Good. Good. Yeah.
Raise it up. Rudy's got a ton of chips. Rudy has a lot of chips right now. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, no, good.
37 people left.
You don't need to look at the board anymore? You're not in. You this one. Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. I thought Sure, give you your handful of chips. You stopped looking at the board and kept really looking at me for the first time. So I was like, you must pass.
We get it, bro. We get it.
Oh, keep eating the food.
We get it, bro.
No problem.
Fucking total, bro. I just wanted to make sure everybody heard him.
I didn't get the invite or what? I'm too late or what? Y'all gonna do that shit, man.
Go to below. I was behind no matter what, Dad. had an out. We're out.
No, here it is, in fact. You didn't play as small.
All right, new hand coming out.
You want my money? I'm eating.
Yeah, and you had the same hand.
The only person I know of better at this table is not able to because she don't know cards. There were two hers in.
We're not with full, I was full.
Exactly. She played ace jack like a pro.
Looks like we got a flop, probably with the blinds.
Check.
Jack.
Everybody check. See that magic card on the turn. See how good you are. I want to see how good you are. You show me how good you are, I might put $100 bill on you just because I want to see how good you are. Oh, you're bad. You're good, ain't you, Rock?
It looked around 6 ways, checking around. A couple of mystery hands. Doesn't look like anyone has anything, although Camel has picked up a flush draw.
That's how you win a pot. See how easy it is? Everybody full?
And Kelly has a straight.
You can call it if you want. I was way ahead.
Straight's going to be good.
Not even in my vocabulary.
Oh, 6-3 was good. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what we get.
Oh, no, it was good.
Johnny with the old 9-6 offsuit. Probably letting that one go. Sylvie's got 8s. Got a bunch of snowmen here today. Ava's out. Nadia's gonna call with the Jack-9. T's gonna call with the Jack-6 suited. Looks like we're gonna have 3 players to this flop.
No, how about that? No, how about that? That one happened.
Ace right away, that no one has. 2 players have a Jack though. There's a Jack on the board. Sylvia's first option with those 8s. She's going to check that. Checks around. Sylvia's going to go ahead and lead out with the 8s. One of the Jacks may think she's got an ace, but I bet one of them calls. Nadia will be first here. Just got to consider Sylvia whether she would have checked around on the flop with an ace. It looks like she may have called. Yeah, it looks like she may have called, and then the board ran out. Checking around after that. Nadia now with 2 pair, aces and jacks. She's going to go ahead and lead out, 9 kicker. Looks like she's going to be looked up by the 6 kicker. And that's going to end up being good. Everyone's afraid of the ace. They don't want to show their cards until they know no one has an ace. But now that all the cards are out,
You dropped the winner again?
Nadia's the winner. That ace scares everybody.
9 to 8. Hey, I know you feeding her card on purpose. Thank you.
All right, guys, you want to put that kid
Good to see you.
Well, Sylvia's not going to play 10-3 this time. Ava's out with this 10-6.
Got enough for the mix?
Yeah, we're going to make it.
Nadia's going to look at 9-5, and it's suited. Looks like Campbell is going to pick up.
Yeah, he is.
Might be time to head back to work, as he usually says. Got to go to work. Got a job with
Yeah, I did.
a task-based job. Very flexible schedule, so.
That's it. I had 2 unders.
Looks like Kelly's going to raise ace-king.
Yeah,
Take that one down.
Those blackjack on the plate. Yeah, I'll double down.
For now, C2 open. And we got Rob dishing the cards out. Ava's going to take a look first. We got Queen 5 suited. Pay a look with that. Oh, she's going to raise with that. Oh no, I'm sorry. Button straddle, button straddle.
Let him live.
I'm down with this guy over here.
All right, 5 ways to the flop. Looks like Ava does end up picking up flush draw. Kelly's got top pair. Johnny Rod. It's open-ended. Sam's got bottom pair. Wouldn't surprise me too much if Johnny let out here. Although it looks like they're looking at the other end of the table, so may have checked around to Kelly. I feel like Kelly let out here. Oh, Ava let out. Ava let out with her flush draw and took it down.
Keep that down and double up already. I can't really handle it.
We have some big games coming up. Big games in May. We're going to start out with a go deep or go home 5-5 no limit hold'em game. Minimum buy is going to be a $5,000 or 1,000 big blinds. And if you happen to drop below 2,500, you got to go or rebuy. Robert, who was featured as the winner of one of our recent tournaments,
He's not gonna lose his job over it, but he'll get reprimanded.
I believe he was our Winter Blast champion. He is taking a seat in seat 2.
There's no charges on these things about
17.
17?
There is. Oh, Chargers?
That's going to be coming up, that big go deep or go home. That'll be coming up on the first Tuesday of May. In about 3 weeks. Looks like we got 4 players to flop. Everyone having called 16 or 17? 17. Sylvia flops a flush right away, no waiting.
No, we don't do that.
Nadia's got a pair, second pair. Alan does have a mystery hand, and Johnny has not much to stand on. Not much of a draw. Sylvia's going to lead out with her flush. Nadia might call behind. Can't quite see what the bet was. 40 bucks. Nadia does make the call.
I just got out when you was in. That's why I'm letting you ladies win today.
Sylvia's going to load up and fire again. Sylvia's been shown during this game to be an adventurous player, playing a wide range of holdings and options. Looks like Nadia is going to go ahead and make the call here. Keep in mind the possibility that it's possible that Nadia's cards are not being read correctly. She might not have exactly King 3. Looks like Sylvia is going to fire one more time. Appears to be a full 100 here. Looks like Nadia's going to line up a call here. And Sylvia's flush is going to be good. I have this sneaking suspicion. I couldn't quite see the cards as they were flipped up, but I feel like maybe Nadia had King 4 instead of King 3. Maybe just a slight misread there. Also in May, just recently announced, we are going to have a meet-up game with Johnny Vibes. That's coming the week after that big game I was just talking about. The 11th will be hosting a 25-50 no-limit game for that Tuesday night. Looks like it folds around the blinds. And looks like we're going to have small blind versus button. Pair of twos versus the Sylvia mystery hand. Ava boats up on the turn, spiking that deuce on a paired board. She bets 8. Sylvia raised, and Ava folded. I believe we definitely have a misread on there because you would never fold a boat right there for a relatively small raise. And now we're seeing Sylvia's cards as 2-2, so I have a feeling maybe we just had a little misread there. Sensors are pretty close together. Occasionally they may bounce off and hit the wrong spot, so it seems like that's probably what happened there. Jack 6 suited diamonds from the YouTube chat says Team Ava. I agree, it's a good team to be on. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. Kelly's going to opt to not play King 5. Sam's going to limp in the middle of Jack 9. Johnny's probably going to limp with Queen Jack. Sylvia's going to come along with 10 deuce. Ava's got an ace. Good enough. And Robert, King 5. 5 ways to a flop. 2 hearts. Nobody has any more than 1 heart. Johnny's got top pair. Believe Johnny probably let out with his top pair. Leads out for 15. Sylvia's going to come along with backdoor draw. And Sam I Am, who's got a gut shot for a 10, is going to come along as well. Checks through on the turn. The ace didn't really help anybody. And Johnny's queen is going to end up being good. You can see there's actually a 4 on the river. But it doesn't matter. The pair of queens with the jack and the ace are going to be good. So.
Who's Johnny? I don't know Johnny. I know Ramrod.
200K guarantee marathon day 2 down to 33 players. Everyone left in gets at least 1,200. 1,300, excuse me, 1,300. Once we get to the final table, payouts will be 4,500 plus. 43,000 for first place. That's coming up later tonight. Limping around to Sylvia with ace king suited, and the hijack's going to bump it up to 20 bucks. Robert finding ace queen in the small blind. He's going to be out of position the whole hand, but he's going to call. Kelly's not going to play a 6-3. And I don't think all these limpers are going to call. I imagine Johnny calls with the 5s. Three ways to a flop. The flop is ace free, but there is a king. Johnny may take a stab, see if anyone has anything. No, he checks. Sylvia's got the old top. Go ahead and continuation bet there. Fits in well with a pre-flop aggressor. Robert's got a gut shot. Also figures his ace high might still be good. But he's going to let this one go. Johnny's probably also going to let it go. We'll see. He might have a little gamble in him here. Looks like he's going to go ahead and... Oh, gamble. He's going to put it in a raise. Again, we've seen Johnny Rod do this a couple of different times with Sylvia today. One time with third pair when Sylvia had top pair. And another time when he had top and Sylvia had second or third pair. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Johnny flop a set? I may have misread that board. My apologies for misreading the board. Yes, Johnny flops a set. That jack brings in the magic card for Robert, who's kicking himself now. He would have had Broadway. But as it stands, Johnny's going to lead out 175 with that set. He's very happy Robert folded. He doesn't know it yet. Sylvia's not ready to let it go. Now she picks up a gut shot, as well as top. Clean run out for the set. He's going to be all in for the rest. And Sylvia's going to end up calling that. Dagnabbit, she says.
Naughty would have just been fine.
If you're in the South Central Texas region and you're interested in playing on this stream, we are running every Tuesday in April, every Tuesday in May as a regular stream. This is kind of an unusual one-off situation for tonight. But if you're interested in a Tuesday night appearance on the stream, let us know. Call the front desk, 210-361-DEAL. 210-361-3325.
folded quads. That's what we get out.
Ava's going to raise this one up. King, queen, 12 bucks. Kelly looks like he's considering a coming over the top from the small blind. You're going to be out of position the whole hand. If you got something worth calling with, might as well bump it a little bit more. I have a feeling Kelly has the kings. It said for a second that T had the kings. That seems unlikely, probably a misread type of thing. Kelly 3-bets 52. Ava's going to go ahead and call that raise. See a flop with king, queen. Ava does not have a 6. Kelly's feeling pretty good that she doesn't have a 6. She's going to go ahead and lead out. There we go. Shows the kings. Ava, of course, not going to continue.
Another display. Oh, no, I ain't garbage. I had 5-9 off. That's a good leg on me. You betting into that leg? No, you're playing. If that's the case, I get some laundry to be done. No?
Continue on in May. I've talked a little bit about what's coming up in May. And of course, we still got lots coming up in April. But in May, we've got Ladies Night. We're going to have a 5-5 Ladies Night coming up after that big game with Johnny Vibe. So the 18th of May, we're going to have a 5-5 Ladies Night. We're working on building that list now. I believe we have almost a full table. So if you're interested in that kind of game, make sure you call the front desk and let us know that you would like to be on that list. We got an ace, a queen, a jack, and a pair of 7s. Going to see a flop here.
Yeah, no,
Lots of hearts already out. Still managed to find one heart for the flop. Plus an ace and a king. Samples ahead with ace-10. Out flopping the pair of 7s. Nobody's got a king. And no one has much to fight with. We'll see if Kelly floats with the pair. Kelly's going to let it go. It's hard to do those under pairs when you have the big letter cards show up on the board, since there's such a good chance your pre-flop opponents had a letter card. And Sam's going to take that one down. $200K guarantee marathon day 2 on a break. They're going to get rid of yellow chips. 31 players left.
I'm sorry? What did you rate it to?
4 tables left. Just about to cut down to 3.
She raised it 40. She made it 40.
Oh, then I called him.
You went in for more than that.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
We also have our regular Sunday freeze-out going on at the same time. You guys see the cameras that point towards the middle of the table behind them. See some players there. That is a freeze-out tournament. That's the regular Sunday freeze-out, not the 200K guarantee freeze-out. A lot going on here.
see no path to big
Looks like Ava's going to raise up King Jack suited, 12. Robert's going to come along with suited ace. Alan's also got a suited ace. He's coming along. Mystery hand Sam
I get blue for anybody else.
also comes in from the big blind.
I'll check. Yes, got there.
King Deuce Queen, 2 hearts. Nobody has hearts this hand. Ava's got top pair. Leads out for 30. Robert's going to let go of the suited ace. Alan's going to let go of his suited ace. And Sam's letting go of the mystery hand. Probably did not have a queen. Might have called. Ava's taking that one down.
Knock the rest of them over, Robert.
The final week in May,
No tips for you.
we have another ante game.
Come on anyway.
Same type of game that we played right before the Super Bowl. 5-5, no limit hold'em with a $5 ante from each player. So yes, that puts $45 of dead money before the blinds in the pot every hand. Give something for players to chase after. And everyone's got a little bit of skin in the game every hand. That was a big game last time. I expect it to be a pretty big game this go around as well. Had a few early limpers, then it's folding around to the blinds. Johnny checks his option, and we got 4 players going to the flop here. All spades, 9-7-6.
Go to the window.
Sam I Am picks up a gut shot straight flush draw.
You want more chips? Five's not enough.
Ava picks up a king high flush draw. And just the 2 of them are going to see a turn. Oh, and a pair, excuse me. So Ava now has 3 of a kind, plus the king high flush draw. Sam's going to show the 5 and the I really wish the 8 of spades had showed up card, but not to be this time. Ava's going to lead out and take it down on the turn. Hard to continue when you're pretty sure you only have 1 out.
Yes, I do remember you.
And you're gonna get paid too because you have the king. You got paid. The old 1-outer.
Yeah, I'm already on it. I'm just trying to listen.
What's that? Yeah, I know, but he was just going for one. He was just going for the 8 of spades.
Looks like Robert's going to bump this one up to about 25. Looks like he's got a little ace-queen suited action. Sam's considering with the king-6 on the button. He's going to let that one go. He wants to defend his button straddle, but sometimes you are just lighting chips on fire.
All right, guys, we got less than a minute. Less than a minute, and we're gonna pause here in a second. I can't break it.
V-pips, Sylvia, Alan, Sam, Ava, all higher percentages. There are more active players. That tracks.
Tom, we didn't push it. Alright, I'm waiting to see if I
You guys are
No.
I was not gonna know you.
I know, right? No, we never did it.
One call in middle position.
We're talking about how you ordered French fries.
Oh, crispy.
Kelly's got the old Jack 6.
Really? Yeah, who wants to eat soggy French fries? I'll start ordering them soggy now. Just be different. Crispy fries.
Ava's gonna go ahead and see a flop with Jack 10 and Johnny with 6-4. Looks like it's gonna check around here. Turn, bring in the third spade. Kelly and Ava both pick up a flush draw. Johnny's got a gut shot. Needs a 7 for a straight.
Well, I'll give you some action.
Ava's going to lead out for 12. Looks like Kelly's going to call.
You never know. I might end up getting there.
Ava also has the gut shot Broadway draw. Johnny's out. Queen brings in the Broadway. Although the jack with the 10 kicker was also good by itself. It's going to lead out for 30. Kelly actually has to wonder here if his jack high might be good. Because if Ava didn't have a 10 with her jack, it would be. Good for a chop, anyway.
Good no call, Kelly. Good no call. I needed that other spade.
But as it is, Broadway's good.
Jack of spade. That's what got to get there.
From our Twitch chat, Nunu2 Poking asks, how come Rounders doesn't stream live games on YouTube anymore? Well, good sir, we are live on YouTube right now. If you go to YouTube search bar, type in Rounders Live, we should come up as a channel, and the live stream should be available under that. We do simultaneously stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
No. They just got to a hand that I played.
All right, we got everything reading correctly. Looks like Nadia limped the big blind with kings. Sam I Am came along with king queen. Johnny limped with 7-6 and Sylvia with 4-3. Sylvia has a flush draw. Nobody has an ace. Nadia has the best hand with aces and kings, jack kicker. And Sam has a gut shot to Broadway. Nadia takes her ace magnets and leads right out into 2 aces. Looks like Sam's going to let that go. And Sylvia goes ahead and calls with the flush draw.
I figured I had you beat, but you had suited hearts. Yeah, I did. Because of that. You're 41%, I'm 26.
Nadia got caught calling down a little light earlier with Sylvia, so she may be trying to get a little bit of a refund from the previous hand. Good news for her, a diamond didn't show up, so there's a decent chance she's going to win. So I can't imagine she decides to fold if Sylvia raises her all in. But she bets about half of her stack, and she's going to take it down. Sylvia did not hit her flush, so she's not going to try to represent a boat.
He said she had 6 pairs deuce.
Nunu to poking, no problem at all. YouTube can be funny sometimes. I've noticed, like, you go somewhere and you're expecting a stream and it's not there, and then, like, but I thought the stream was already going. Yeah, just, I don't know. YouTube, man. It's pretty great, but sometimes it's weird like that. Luis Torres from YouTube asks, when's the next 1-2 stream? You're looking at it. This is the next 1-2 stream. We do not typically, as most of our shows, we don't usually do 1-2 streams very often on our regular calendar. But this is the first, I hope, in a series of pop-up games that we just kind of do a little more spontaneously. It's not part of the regular calendar. You know, we got to get our group of volunteers that run the show. We got to make sure they're lined up. But you know, if we get enough people together, get the right mix, we can maybe make a second pop-up game happen at a future date. I may try to have a regularly scheduled 1-2 game, possibly in June, but I don't have the calendar completely filled out for June yet. On this flop, Sam's got top pair, Johnny's got a flush draw and a pair.
Carry on, like. Carry on, like.
By the way, if you guys don't already follow Luis Torres in our YouTube chat on YouTube, make sure you do. He's got a vlog series. I expect he'll have a new one coming out sometime soon. Might not quite be ready yet. Down to top pair and a flush draw by the turn. Top pair is going to bet out. Flush draw is probably going to call. Eight pairs the board. Gives the flush draw 3 of a kind. Johnny stands up. Can't believe that card came out on the river. And Sam's leading into him for 50 bucks. All he's thinking is, how much am I going to raise? He's definitely raising for a full 100 here, plus a little extra maybe. Puts a little extra on top. Oh, nope. Looks like he's putting out. Oh, he must have said something verbally, because it was a 2-motion thing. He probably said verbally 150. And there you go. From middle pair and flush draw to 3 of a kind on the river.
John Lucas. Johnny Lucas. Can we get a brush in here?
Coming up in April Again, we mentioned the 510 coming up on Tuesday. That's only 2 days away. That'll be a big stream. We also have a Pot Limit Omaha game coming up the week after that. That's going to be a 5-5 with a $10 rock. So the winner of every hand is going to get a $10 rock they're going to put out immediately as a straddle. That's coming up on April 20th. That'll be an exciting action-packed game for sure.
300 coming in. Who do I need?
Did someone pull up? I get it. Just the one.
What else you need?
You need to try. You need $20 or $6.
Then look at.
All right, 2 players seeing a flop here. Ace deuce suited and king 7. Ava flops bottom pair and a flush draw.
All right, thank you.
Sylvia has some backdoor straights. Looks like, I believe Ava led out and took it down.
Service! He's right there. Next hand. There you go.
You sure? He was wearing his shirt.
Such good hands.
You give him change for a 5?
Thank you, Miss Eva.
All right, we got 4 players this flop. We got an ace, a king, bunch of hearts. Kelly actually hits a pretty good open-ended
Not that it's gonna matter.
straight here.
I'll do it again.
Ava actually picks up a flush draw here.
All right. I'm playing just for this.
You playing just for her?
Okay. I did. He changed his name, so now I don't remember.
Hey, it does hit the flush in the end. He was going to lead out on this one.
Look at that.
Run up.
OT makes a straight. He actually leads out and Ava calls.
Don't worry.
He didn't even bet it. I had to bet it.
200K guarantee. Day 2, down to 29 players. Again, we'll be bringing the final table. The final 9 players we'll have live on a stream.
I just wanted to see it. I knew you had made it.
It will be a separate stream. We will be ending this stream before that final table, and there will be some separation It's not, you know, we're not just going to clear the players out and keep it running or anything like that. So it'll be a separate separate stream amount. It'll be coming up in a couple hours.
Such a bad hand, but it's better than my.
Sam's going to bump it up to 20 bucks with 10s.
I want wine. Red wine.
Do have one mystery hand in the mix and an ace-6 suited. Kelly's going to flop a flush draw. Sam's going to have middle pair, 2-pair. And T, we got a mystery hand. We're going to have a lead out from the 10s. Kelly's going to call with the flush draw. Looks like T does not have enough to continue. That's going to get out. The ace pulls Kelly straight ahead with the better pair. And now the flush gets there also. So now he's extra ahead. Kelly's going to bet something, and Sam is probably going to let this one go.
No, I got 2 red cards in
Sam had the right idea, though. He was ahead until the turn.
You don't drink, do you?
She drinks all the time. Yeah, she does.
Usually
I've never seen her sober. That's the first time I've ever seen her
on the
sober.
weekend she's drunk.
Yeah, we went to never to always drunk.
Last week in April, after the Pot Limit Omaha, we're going to have another 5-5 game. So another mid-stakes game just like this past Tuesday. This past Tuesday, we had some newer players that we hadn't had on the stream before.
Did you bring your water? Yeah, I did.
Hope they had a good time. Sylvie's going to come in with an ace.
Yeah.
No.
Robert has made a letter E in a design with his chips. Al looks like he's going to go ahead and come on in from the small blind with a 10-8. T with a Queen-8. And Kelly with a mystery hand. 4 ways to the flop. Two spades. Not much going on here. Alan, however, does have a gut shot. And T has a gut shot as well. I'm sorry. Alan open-ended. Pardon me. Nobody's got 2 spades, so no one's got a flush draw. Checks around. No, Sylvia leads out with her ace. Takes it down.
How many people left in the tournament? 32. So from when I was there, when I went out and spoke, 5 people went out.
43K.
$50 since the Tic Tacs.
Sylvia and Avia are both limping here. Sylvia with a mystery hand.
Not to me. I'm gonna just check my clock.
Kelly looks like he's thinking about it. Oh no, he limped with the queen 8. Alan's got a pair. He's ahead for now.
I fold out a turn lane.
Ace king 8 on the flop. Alan's pair is no good.
He snaps that off.
Ava likes that ace. She's going to bet 25. Hope someone has a king and can call. Nobody. Take spot down.
I get straight flush in hand then. Sweet. First hand I came in yesterday.
By the way, thank you so much to our viewers who have tuned in watching this special 1-2 game.
Under the gun, pocket aces. The top goes all in. We both have pocket aces. He wants to run it twice. And the second time I get a flush on the second board. So he gets quartered.
Just a reminder, later tonight, we'll have the freeze-up final table. 28 players left. Almost down to 3 tables.
These cards are awesome. So good. What? Nothing wrong with you. Thank you. Said no one seriously ever. My sentiments exactly.
Ava's definitely having a good time. She had a strong hand that last hand and didn't get a caller. Got no action. Still gives Dealer Robert a nice little gift. I go heads up to this flop. 10-3 versus King Queen. 10-3 out flops King Queen. Hits a pair. Checks around. Sam, King Queen, picks up the spade draw. It's going to lead out. Take that one down. Hard for bottom pair to come along on that one, even with the flush draw.
Oh, he's bad. Oh my god. Man,
He got lucky.
Look at that.
It ain't in the wood.
He hooked that one bad.
It ain't in the wood.
I hope Nadia doesn't try to crush that ultra like she crushed that water bottle. That might be bad. She's going to go ahead and limp in with the ace. Robert's out with the 9-5. Kelly's going to come along with his ace. Alan's got Jack-10 suited. I know he likes cards like that. I like cards like that. He's going to raise that one up, 30 bucks. Sylvia called with King Jack.
It looks good. Great.
Looks like Johnny's going to go ahead and let that one go. Nadia and Alan call. Nadia ahead with the ace right now. Jack-10 flops a little magic. Not only flops the nuts again, but with a redraw to the flush. Alan has already been in this situation tonight, flopping the nuts with a flush draw and getting killed by the flush because someone else had the better flush draw. But he is not persuaded. He's going to lead out. He's thinking, it can't happen to me twice. Flop the nuts and lose on the river. It can't happen to me twice. It can't happen to me twice. Slippy's going to come along. She's got backdoor straight and, I'm sorry, gut shot straight and backdoor flush. That 8 pairs the board. You know Alan is only thinking, someone flopped a set of 9s, and now I'm toast. But no, Alan, you're still good. Your flop nuts were still good this time.
I don't know. Robert's standard didn't do it. Like being almost pregnant.
I threw away the number.
I know. All my tips are scattered throughout the state.
So yeah, we got big games coming up on Tuesday nights. Big games coming up on Tuesday nights. Make sure you're tuning in for that. It's going to be the place to watch on Tuesday.
You would have drawn out on me like you did last time. There's still a card to come. Exactly what I was trying to do. Standard. Next game. Let's pick up the picture. Thank you. All right, here we go. I feel better. Okay. You good.
Robert's definitely coming along with a suited ace there. Looks like Kelly's out.
But I wasn't going to get there, I found out.
Did Hammer tell you what happened on the first game? You know, a guy raised, and that guy in the bottom and all in. The guy who raised the most, he raised for 120,000. He went all in for 120,000, and like
Like 3 and 6,000 at the start.
Yeah. Anyway, the guy who
Looks like we got a couple of aces.
What?
Heading to a flop here. Robert hits his pair of his kicker. And looks like that's going to be... I was going to take it down with the flush draw, looks like.
Well, yeah. Yeah, typical male. Tell him whatever he wants to believe. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, she'll have your chips by then. He snapped them off now. Wow. He's going on, yeah.
I know, right? It is cool with the fluorescent lighting. I feel like I've never seen London drink.
Oh, looks like we got some interesting cards here. 3 of the aces out in hands here. One with a queen offsuit, another suited with a 6. Sam's got a king. Ava's got an old 5 deuce, but she's on the button. She straddled. 5 players to flop here. And the ace shows up on the flop. There is going to be action here with 3 players also having an ace in their hand. Nobody has 2 clubs, so no flush draw. T leads out for 18 with the middle ace. Sam's going to go ahead and make the call there. Johnny likes to call and not raise. Sylvia calls also. Sam is just waiting for the queen for a gut shot. The queen comes out, could be trouble for Johnny. I'll give him 2 pair. Little card, doesn't do much for anybody. Teasing lead out again. 25 this time. It's good enough for a gut shot. Johnny might opt to raise here. He's going to continue with the call. And I suspect Sylvia will also make the call.
You're welcome to all the chips.
Nope, Sylvia likes to fold. That ace queen is going to hold up. Queen did not show up for Sam. T's pretty sure his ace is still good. And a lot of times it is going to be. You can get called down here at Rounders with someone holding a jack. For sure. The question is here, now that it's down to 2 players with Sam getting out, is Johnny going to raise? We're here on the river. He's got a strong holding. For sure he'll call, but he may also opt to raise here. He's just going to elect to call this time. Figures he might be up against 2 pair. But he's good.
Ace queen.
The Poker Odyssey in YouTube chat says, dang, I wish I knew this was going on today. I would have tried to get a seat. Well, it's a pop-up game. It's a little bit more of a spontaneous decision to pull people together, so that's just part of it. But if you're interested, we do have regular streams on Tuesday night. That's on our regular calendar. Tuesday night, April and May for sure. We got 5-5, 5-10, 25-50, pot limit Omaha, all coming up in the next 7 weeks. This game will be going for about another hour. And then we're going to have to get ready for the final table. 26 players left, just under 3 tables. That'll be coming up here in a couple hours.
No, we'll do it next hand. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. Next hand, everybody.
Looks like we'll see a flop here with a pair of 8s that flopped to both. Nadia, if the cards are to be believed, flopped big with 8s full of kings. Makes a small lead out.
Sitting board or
T
double?
is probably out. Sam could call with his flush draw.
Triple
If a
elevator
spade
raise.
hits, Sam is in big trouble.
I'll still check.
Nadia's going to lead out again, trying to get some value for this shocking hand. She can't believe she flopped. Looks like
There's 2 aces on the board. This is a good bluff.
25.
You don't have the ace.
By the way, Sam's stack size is obviously wrong. He's clearly got 300 behind,
So they have
not
flush
6. Small error there.
draw. 11. You know why? 'Cause I'm gonna get 3-6.
The spade does not get there, so Sam will be able to get away from this. Almost certainly, unless for some reason he thinks his ace might be good here. But Nadia's going to lead out one more time. Try to get the last bit of value. And Sam, not hitting his spade, does not call.
Cheers, 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 and cheers. There you go.
We got drinks going around the table. Fun time had by everyone.
She'll be back.
Yes, she will. I'm gonna go visit her when she comes to New York.
I mean, it's not like he didn't have options to stay. He could have picked at least 4 or 5 guys.
Or, what, for kicking out?
One for each day of the week.
Last 3 days, killing.
That's what.
Eva, how do you say,
Never mind.
cheers in Chinese? Like, what's the Chinese?
I laid it up for you.
Cheers.
Ah.
Like, what's the
I
way
don't
when you cheer in
think so.
China? What do you say?
It's a good table like this. A lot of these players play together pretty often. They're having a good time. It's a little fun and friendly 1-2 game.
2-0.
The bar is open.
What?
Final table freeze out inching closer. 25 players left. 25 left. Average stack over 1,000,000 chips. Ava finds ace king off suit. It's going to give it a nice healthy bump up. As a 3-bet, Sam actually raised it with a mystery hand. T is out and looks like Sam is going to go ahead and call. Looks like we got Sam's stack corrected. Top for Ava. A lot of letter cards out there that Sam could have called, could have opened, and then called the 3-bet with. Decent chance of him having 2 pair. Looks like Ava let out, and Sam check raised over the top all in 250. Ava's not behind very much. Not a whole lot she's losing to. Queen 10, King Queen, most likely candidates. Possible set of 10s for a check raise. Obviously Ace Jack is a maybe. It's a little less likely because she has one of the aces, but not impossible. We got Sam's card to read. Looked like he did in fact have 10s, flopping a set of 10s. I think he's going to 4-bet with a pair of queens, so 10s is a little more likely. She can still pick up a gut shot for Broadway, looking for a jack. She hits a hook, she's good. But if she doesn't hit the hook, she's going to be in trouble. Robert's running it out.
Thank you.
No good. No good.
I think I had a 6. No, I think I was good there.
Even the ace on the river, giving her 2 pair. Not good enough.
I had to get it all in on that, especially when you bet.
On pot hand. Top 5. Are we doing 3 or 4? I'm in. Doing 3 cards or 4 cards? Pineapple or PLO?
I'm not familiar with this, you guys. I'm really sorry in advance. Please just tell me if I'm talking about
4 cards?
Pre-flop
I only,
Ray is
right?
not a very particularly aggressive table.
Yeah. Bottom pot, 4 cards. High only.
Looks like they're going to do a bomb pot.
And Robert, you do have to use 2, only 2. Exactly 2.
Or 4.
No, you only use
They have a little more latitude to kind of pick and choose a different type of bomb pot if they'd
No,
like
no,
on
high,
this
high
particular
only.
game. Because it's a stream, a little more flexibility. It's not part of the usual rotation of
Well, you still get it, yeah. You still
must move tables.
Yeah,
yeah, high.
Looks like we're going to do,
I only 4 cards on one board,
Yeah,
and 2 on the
you
other.
do 4 cards or 3. I can't see what he picked. Looks like it's going to be Omaha because he's going for 4 cards. Not sure if he's going to do 1 board or 2. I just let him know that because of software and hardware limitations, the 2 board thing does not show up on the stream. Looks like they're going to do a 2nd board. But it's very common to be played in the game, so a lot of players do like and enjoy those. So if this is something that you find interesting, this is something that goes on at our cash games all the time. Unfortunately, it's not going to track it correctly just because of software and hardware limitations. But it is, a common occurrence here in the card room. So
Next hand, lines 8, 16, 16.
in general, at the 1-2 table, you don't normally have this type of bomb pot. This is specifically just for the stream, but some of the other games, the 5-5 games, 5-10 games, they'll have some things like this. It's a little different.
She seems to have it under control right now.
So many cards moving around the board. It's hard to tell what anyone has, but I think I see
She must be matching something.
1 player with pair of kings. That's looking pretty good. 2nd player with pair of kings. That's also looking good. I don't see... oh, Kelly does have a straight draw here. Actually, he's got a wrap.
Let's go clubs.
Pairing the board doesn't help any... Oh, that's right. We have a double board thing, so that board's not necessarily accurate, but...
That ain't what I want. Clubs. Yeah, let's go clubs. Put it down. Put it down.
There you go, spade. Look at that. Karnak. What spot? Alright, I'm all in.
Looks like Allen went ahead and shoved here. And again, we can only see, one of the boards.
Oh, I can't use 1?
He might have something for the 2nd board.
No, we're not.
Some collusion going on between the dealer and seat 1.
What's the max rate? He's all in, okay.
You're calling 220?
Yep.
So let's see. If
No.
I call if I call, I can't change nothing, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let me look at my card. I really don't know how to play like this.
Here, let me look. I'll tell you. Hey,
No,
yeah,
no.
let me help. Let me help you out. Help you.
Hold on, let me see.
It's a yes or no.
Hold them back a little bit.
Doesn't matter.
No, it
All the
doesn't matter.
actions-
Everybody's
all the
in.
actions-
Yeah, everybody's in. So the action's here. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I don't know how to play this too good, so I'm just looking. Okay. That's why I said that. Okay, I am gonna fold.
That was a good idea after I seen you from the I'm glad you did. I was in fifth place.
Rob P in our YouTube chat
Oh
asks,
man, that ain't
where is Eva going? Why is she leaving? It's a good
Oh,
question.
you scooping. I missed my flush.
That is
down below
kind
too.
of the some of the underlying
It ain't
purpose
down below.
behind the
Let me
pop-up
sure.
game today.
Give me the money.
Good
Just
friend of the
give
card
me
club,
the
Ava,
money.
in seat 9. She
Give me the
has been
money.
a student here at
Right hand.
UTSA
Ship it.
So I did the
for
right thing.
several years,
Oh,
7
yeah.
I believe, did an undergrad and master's degree.
I'd like
But she graduated recently in December, and it is time for her to head back home
I got mine.
to China, where she is from. I'm not sure I can quite pronounce the name of the region, but it's right there outside of like Macau and Hong Kong in South China. So
Bye, Ellen.
Bye, guys.
All right, later.
Hey, Al.
What are you gonna do without poker?
I know who's coming over.
You don't have poker in I'll run poker. No. No. Nothing. You can't go again?
so she is headed back.
Really? Get on your computer?
She can't even talk.
Huh? But not
I'll
hold
hold them.
I bet
Can't you go
I
to
know all of us here that have gotten to know her over the last couple of years as she's been a regular player. It's been really fun
They have other
to play with her. So
Not really. After I seen your hand.
really good to get to know her, and we certainly wish her the best as she goes back and starts her career with her college degree and whatever she's going to be doing after this.
Macau. They have a huge casino there.
And what part of China are you
When you say really close, how far?
You asked her once if these kind of card houses or casino or something, if there was a place she could play poker that was close to where she lives, and she said, well, Macau is not too far, but it's like 2 hours. I'm like, okay, well, that's not too bad. It's not quite as nice as, living just down the street and driving there like you can here in San Antonio, but
$7? Or is it $2? $2. And let's play.
it's closer than Eagle Pass, right? Uh-oh, we switched back to Hold'em, and we accidentally still have it on 4-card. Apologies for that. These hands aren't going to be read. Hopefully that gets fixed soon.
I'm deal. John, you coming or no? I get out of here. You got 6 actually. I've been looking over there. You started already?
All right, it does look like we do have a couple of hands with the 4-card blanks, and unfortunately that means, again, we're doing a little short staff production for this specific special stream, not on our regular calendar, just a pop-up game, And it's a little bit different. We do have the dealer doing the action tracking, which is not what we normally do. And so in this case, unfortunately, after that Omaha bomb pot, he did not switch it back to the 2-card game. So the reader is expecting 4 cards and therefore is not showing anything. He says it's like that for a couple of hands and then he switches it back. So we might have a couple of hands here without being able to see much. So just bear with us. It will come back in a few minutes. And I'll also be back in a few minutes.
He's coming with you. He's 150 back. You give me 150? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 5 on the book. No, you're still PDA. Thank you. Sure. Thank you. It's me, right? Yeah. Ha Robert. Do they have a blue guy? Do they have a blue guy? Over there. I got you.
Oh, they are? Aww.
We'll let them live. Raise it up. Yep. 8 or 9, don't matter. 4 to go. We're not gonna be moving anymore until final table anyway. Forgive me, I'm just gonna get my phone. 16.
On the button.
Oh, yeah?
The only one allowed is a take. We got pro Robert here. We don't need any others.
Hey, Johnny. You gonna play big? War? Yeah. Oh, wait, you all got enough? You want that? Yeah. You need a card? Hey, you got racks? 2 of them. You want to take 2? Okay. 2 racks.
Well, good luck. I guess I can't win my money back now.
Come on, Robert.
Come on now. Can I add on this hand? Or do I go over? Do it?
All right, and I am back.
Did I confuse them? Are you going away?
Going back to Hong Kong. What city you live in south of
We
there?
do have a few new players at the table.
Oh, you're moving?
I'm not sure exactly when they sat down, so we'll see when it comes around.
Right? You're from there, right? You gonna give me your address? Place the branch? Yeah.
Looks like he's plugging in a few of them now.
I'll take that rack if you don't mind.
There's a couple of them.
I mean,
I'm gonna.
Looks like it is folding around. Had a couple of limps. 5 players to the flop. Ace, Queen, 3. Got a gut shot for T. Got a pair for Sylvia. All right, Rob's got the higher pair, so he's going to be good here.
yeah.
It looks like new players we have here at the table. We got Warren now in seat 2. And Rob. Looks like Rob. Oh, yes. Robert, who was in seat 2, has moved over to 5, 6, somewhere in the middle. That's what happened. Okay. And then I just need to go out there for a second. There is another player now in seat 7 where Johnny was. Looks like, yep, Johnny's racking up now.
That's what I mean, it was good. Now you're-
He just over the freaking green and then the wall. No way.
Oh, he just did that?
Yes. He flew the green. One bounce and into the water behind. Looked like it when it hit the green. It looked like it hit concrete. He's going for the on and two.
Warren limps the big blind with queens.
Oh, that did
Oh no, I'm sorry. My apologies. He raised. Misread the chips there. Sylvia's got jacks. She's coming along. This could be a bit of a disaster. Oh, a jack. Oh, jack high flop for Warren. That's got to look really good.
Second time today I've seen boom.
That's definitely the type of flop he was looking for. Anything with undercards. He's going to lead out. Does Sylvia play the trap or does she raise right away?
That was
his second on the par 5?
Yeah. Yeah, he freaking smoked that ball. It landed over the green.
2 out, 3 in.
She raises.
You can get away with a bogey.
He's the leader? Yeah, that's what I'm
Raises to 100. Looks like Warren either re-raises over the top, rips it all in. Sylvia calls.
Yeah, that guy could have hit that ball.
Snap, snap from both. Totally understandable. Tough spot for Warren. That's exactly the kind of flop you want to see with queens. But it sure is a gut punch
hammer down, Sylvia.
when your opponent flops a set.
Pineapple special.
Alright, guys, we're calling shot.
Robert Gomez, Facebook chat. Puts in a sleepy face emote. Yes, sir, I'm sorry. We had to step away for a minute. More exciting action coming. Hopefully that Queens versus Jacks hand with the flop set may have woken you up. Pretty exciting. If that's not good, come watch million chip stacks collide in the 200K guarantee final table happening in a few hours. 23 players left, nearly down to 2 tables. We'll be wrapping this thing up. I told them we'd be turning the stream off in about a half hour, and that's a playtime. And so there'll be an additional half hour to spool out the delay for the stream. So we have about 45 minutes left for you guys out in Streamland watching. Then we'll take a little break and get ready for the final table. 6 people limped around here. Gonna see a flop, 1 mystery hand. Queen 10 flops open-ended. Ava flops a pair. Nobody really has a spade draw. 5 gives a gut shot to Sylvia.
Sounds like she's trying to milk that cow, man. Slow leaky.
I didn't know that she was majoring in stats.
Ava's going to go ahead and bet her pair.
I didn't know that until like maybe
It's good right now.
I didn't know that until a week ago. No, I was like,
There's the 8. That hits the gut shot for Sam.
The announcer's
Is
right
that why
there.
you think so left brain?
Behind you, right? If I like to stick my tongue out.
Ava ends up making 2 pair. That could be a little dangerous for her. She probably won't raise it, but she's probably going to end up making the call.
I know. I thought it was different.
Sam goes ahead and leads out with his queen high
I
straight.
think that's normal, isn't it? Aren't women born with that money thing? That could just be.
Wow, Charlie. Wow.
Sylvia also, that was a gut shot for her straight too.
We've had 2 sits and 6 rounds.
This is big, Kelly.
Never really.
Sylvia raises.
I'll give you that. You never really do.
Ava calls with her 2 pair, and Sam's thinking, how much do I raise here?
This is big.
Here comes Sam. Looks like he's going to tack on $100. Looks like 145.
My friend,
I have a son and 3 daughters. Okay.
my friend here,
Sylvia
works for the FDA.
made her straight on the river. She got there.
She said she was an officer.
She is going to see bad news in a minute and be sad.
Search me, honey.
But first, Ava, what are you going to do with 2 pair?
Search for free?
No, never. Never.
Everyone got there. They got the card they wanted.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
The crown. You said the crown. Oh my goodness.
Kelly.
You have how many?
She's going to let that one go. So 2 pair must not be good. Sylvia says, I got a straight. Sam says, that's nice. Queen high straight. Oh,
I raised my daughter to be older and
Yeah.
well, I got to on the river. All my children.
Yeah.
They all got, oh, okay. One more class to finish for a match. They all got
Oh.
found that shit.
straight over straight. What a hand.
Never seen this one. So you're saying I could have got more? Where are you going to be living?
No, because
Where are you going to be living? What city are you going to live in? What city are you going to live in? I figured I got max value.
I played to have fun.
What did you have here?
Johnny Rod's picked up. We do have a seat fill. I mentioned I was out there a minute ago. Got another player playing there. We'll introduce him when he sits down.
However, you give me a couple of tips of time. The real Kelly will.
I love the real Kelly. I love the real Kelly.
Ace King versus Ace King. Suited. First Ace King suited raises to 20. Second one calls.
I love the real Kelly.
86 is 86. She's out of there.
He's Kelly right now.
Nadia's not going to call with 43 either. A third Ace King suited. Warren licking his chops. He is raising from the button in position. And Kelly with the mystery hand is going, holy moly. This is not good. I'm out. Back to the first Ace King suited. T's got a pair. T's ahead of all the Ace King suiteds, but he's out. He can't weather the 3-bet.
Johnny Lucas.
Robert's not sure what to do here. Flat a 3-bet with a guy behind, or put in the 4-bet.
What?
Or is it time to fold? Because you're pretty sure you're up against aces or kings. In my opinion, you have to at least call. But people play all different ways. Looks like he's going to give Warren credit here for a big pair. Not entirely unreasonable. What's Sam going to do? I tell you what, all three of the players in this hand are going to have a good chuckle when this comes up on the TV later. Well played, Warren. The third ace-king suited in the hand, in position, with a big 3-bet, takes it down, defeating two other ace-kings suited.
Oh, geez. Really? At ace king of hearts. That is going to be ridiculous. Hey, ace king of spades.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
I can also tell you these players play against each other quite a bit. They know Warren's style as a strong player. They know he's not going to 3-bet particularly light.
Any pocket pair was good then. Yeah. Any pocket pair was going to win. There's no ace or king coming out. We're not pairing up. Yeah, it's going to be who wants it more. I almost went all in. I was like, if you went all in, I might actually fold it. I thought you might.
Oh, is that all?
I had Sam behind me too.
Oh.
You to Paul.
Nick from Yuma says he folded. Wow. Rob P says, what just happened? How did two suited ace-kings fold there? Hey.
Man, you're not scared of my cards?
These guys play with each other quite a bit on the same table. They know the play styles. They know Warren's a very strong player. Most of the time he's going to show up there with at least queens. Ace-king suited is probably the lightest thing he's ever going to 3-bet. And they all know it. He looks really strong when he bets.
Good time. Good time.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's giving him credit for previous play.
By the way, am I supposed to use
I was gonna
this one or
say,
this one?
Plus, all players are playing a little different. They don't all play the way I do or the way you do. So it makes it a great game.
Wow.
Gut shot here for Rob.
Do we have audio in the live stream? That's not a player.
Looks like Nadia's going to lead out and take it with a mystery hand. Mystery hand, Nadia.
That's 30 minutes behind still, though, right?
Oh. Two-stroke lead. Did you miss that?
20? Because he's not doing this thing with his hand down there. He's on the backside.
Rob P, I understand what you're saying. As for me, I've gone broke with ace-king plenty of times. I know what I would have been doing. But I'm not on the table. I'm back here in the announcer booth.
I haven't been playing much because of the pandemic, but I got my first shot earlier, 4 days ago.
I got mine on Thursday.
Got me real good.
Nick from Yuma, you are a chat pro.
I used to play a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Never been wrong. And if you ever were wrong, no point in admitting it.
That is crazy.
Are you guys raised?
He did, not me.
I'll come along. I'll go.
Well, if y'all are in it,
I thought
it's
you might have
Jerry's in it.
Heck yeah, if I'm
I won't play.
come get my money.
Ken, Jack, Queen, any of those. I was like, any of those you can have. You do that.
That's kind of where I was.
The last time you did that 2 pair of buttons,
All right.
you had ace 8.
Interesting flop here. Nadia
Had pocket jack.
has a pretty good flop, the middle pair. Kelly's got a top pair, good kicker.
Down, or when you were thinking, Sam was like, what the
Sleevy's got some gut shot action. Sorry, running.
I think I'm giving.
Needs runner backdoor for her straight.
I've never served you again.
She's gonna get out.
Why? I'm giving you.
The two pairs collide.
Right, I don't need to serve you. The other tentacle on this one?
No, it's about 7 other people have the same thing.
Careful.
Nadia's gonna lead out and get called. Another ace. Makes Kelly not worry much about his kicker.
I feel like I need to liven this table up a little.
Okay, liven it up.
I feel like I'm in a funeral home right now.
I'll call 2-1.
Kelly just calls. Probably figuring he's up against a similar hand.
I'll take one to you.
I guess I owe you chips now.
All right, guys, I got to take care of a couple of things in the back. I'll be back in a hand or two.
No.
Nick from Yuma, if you could just call the action while I'm gone, that'd be great. Thanks, guys. I'll be back in just a minute.
Can you put this over here, please? Again, and thank you for the drink.
Yeah, thanks for the drink, Eva. It just really made me come out of my shell. Nadia's over here.
Not too much.
Nadia's over here like, who is this guy?
Too much, Eva. Never again.
Oh, so once it goes blue, I'm good. I don't have to take two more.
This one.
Oh, wait, how did it tell you?
Are you Steve today? I thought you was your brother George.
I'm the Asian Godfather, sir.
Just asking. I know who I'm
Let's
playing
get the other
against.
card.
You got mine?
What's wrong? Is your thing broken? Your cards are broken.
I did both. I'm gonna wipe the ink off of these things if I do this anymore.
Just leave it there. For both of mine.
What did he do? Did he miss that putt?
Softly, I will.
Oh, Amber.
He was up by 4, right? Kelly? He was leading by 4.
Asiyama? Yeah, but he went in the water, remember?
Yeah, I know.
And
I wonder why that guy is upset.
Oh, I think he missed a chance to get free
Robert.
throw
Wow.
instead of.
Wow. Huh. Huh.
Holy hell.
I'm gonna go ahead and just check it. 'Cause,
5.
Eva! You don't have no ace. Pocket ace. You got pocket ace. Suited. Suited ace. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was one of the blue aces from over there.
That should work. It looks like green on it. Get a
What
green
is
ace.
that? What are your chips?
That's a G.
Is that for your daughter? I thought you had it done for Eva.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
key
on
up
me.
there. Show quad. Mandatory, you have to
to
show
the
it.
quads.
We're gonna see it in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
You were spades? I was hard. I was fun.
Man, you guys all have cool names, and I have a crappy name
What's your name?
on here, the Asian Godfather. But
Oh, what's wrong with that?
like Pro Robert, Sam I Am, Naughtia. I mean, cool names.
Asian Godfather's pretty cool.
I just gotta read this out.
I don't even have to like it called him. I just have my name.
You want to see your nickname?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I put that there.
I'll take a race.
That was Sylvia.
Right after I started this, oh, make it diamonds.
Never kept so good. What?
By the way, Robert. Oh, never mind. Am I in now? We're good? We're good?
Oh, you know, it's, oh, and
No. Watch
Good to
yourself.
have you stay, Warren. Good to have you stay. I had to make a grand entrance by getting Queen scratched by Jack. That was kind of ugly. Well, when she raised, I was like, my brain was like, pocket Jack, but then I saw her set so small, so I was like, whatever. Could be a flush draw.
isn't it no hold'em, hold'em? Isn't
No
that
hold'em,
no
hold'em.
hold'em, hold'em? Isn't that what we're playing? No hold'em, hold'em.
Check around, man.
Robert, weren't you in that tournament?
Yeah, unfortunately, not. It would have been nice if you would have been.
Just what happened with Rudy.
Clearly. Have they hit the bubble yet? Everybody did not. Everybody's in the money now? Oh.
If I know I can do it in the day too, I would try to do it more. I know I'm losing.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
You coming back though?
On the next one, Rob, Rob.
No.
I'm sorry, Amber. Maybe it's just
No,
getting
we'll drive you back.
You hear me, Rob? On the next one, what? It would have to be a pretty strong magnet to get her back.
Well, I'll go up there. I'm gonna kidnap her on Monday.
Oh, kidnapping, right?
Kidnapping.
I just kicked
I
my
didn't hear
wallet.
shit.
I'm all about the kidnapping.
Sorry, I did it again. I don't. I didn't.
What? What'd you do?
I always jump down here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ooh, ooh,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh. The worst. The
Yeah,
worst.
I know.
All the things, I'd rather do murder someone than do that. That's tough, I know. I know. All the options you have here.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So Robin has to multitask and do everything.
Yeah.
I thought they would have some guy walking around.
No, there's some guy in the back that usually does.
I know.
Where's he at?
Why don't we have somebody doing that, Robert? Why don't we have somebody doing that?
Working, they don't want to pay anybody to
I saw JT here.
come in here.
Does JT get paid?
If we were like 10, 20, 40, they would have somebody.
Oh yeah, you know they would. Absolutely.
When did you
Well,
watch
I
him
mean,
run?
they're not gonna make any more money regardless of what we're doing.
when did you set this up?
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. It's always $12, right?
It's
Meetup
$12
game.
an hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
I appreciate you guys coming out for this special
To be live streamed.
We're gonna keep streaming for about a half hour, and I'll let Robert know. We'll probably start off with about half an hour. Yeah, and then we gotta get ready for the final. We want to have the students skate well. I want to make that
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't find enough ladies?
So I just want to let you know.
You can only find naughty to play.
What?
Hey, someone stole the bottle of my hand sanitizer.
I don't know it's you, right?
Is that you, not you? I think you stole mine. I think you did.
I told you I had the same one.
Yeah, after mine went missing.
I got, no.
Yeah.
No, sir. I got it for Christmas.
Sylvia, you're so bad.
You know what I hate? You know what I just thought about? Like trying to live stream that if I watch it over, I hate watching video of myself. You know what I mean? And then I also hate watching how bad I actually really play.
I know, I was like, oh.
Oh God, I should not be playing. I mean, this could be an eye opener for me.
Okay. The fact that you don't remember the secrets of events and you want to accuse me? You
Yeah.
smelt it?
I know.
Me?
That's what old people do. We're senile. That's one of the perks of being senile.
See that? And drunk. No, and drunk.
Yeah. Oh God, no. I put them in dementia.
That's how I live every day.
I know. I meet a new person every morning when I get up.
Alright? It's like, oh, who are you?
Wait, and that happens at what age?
68.
58.
Oh. Oh, 68 to me.
58 or 68?
She's 58. She said, I'm 68.
You're 68?
I don't look and do it. They passed 50.
what-
Come on, George.
What was
Come on,
Henry
George.
Ford like? Did you ever get to meet him? Hey, do you remember the Wright
Henry Ford?
brothers? That was a fantastic invention.
Henry Ford. Electricity.
That's what I'm saying.
Telephone.
The color TV?
Hey, that's true statement because when I was a kid, there was no color TV.
That's me too. It was only black and white.
And then you have to like actually change the channel.
You had to get up and turn the channel.
Oh, God
Exactly,
forbid.
no remote.
Yeah, they had a remote.
Yeah, it was your kid.
And we only had 3 TV
Don't change the
stations.
channel.
That was my
Kelly,
mom. That was my
3
mom
TV
saying, Kelly,
stations.
get your ass up and change the channel.
Kelly, 3 TV stations.
Yes, 3.
Alright, and then if
ABC,
the TV
NBC, and
went-
CBS.
and if the TV
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the TV went out, you had to go and get it on the side.
Yes.
Ah,
Crazy pineapple.
Grab it here.
Yes,
good old days.
But no, do you remember having to warm up the TV
Yes.
before your show came on?
Oh,
Warm it up.
Oh, yeah. It took at least 3 to 4 minutes to warm
To
up.
warm up, yes.
how long it takes me?
He said dumb. He said
I
dumb.
love
I also love big pineapple.
No, I have beans.
Crazy
No,
pineapple.
he said dumb.
Oh, we don't know.
Crazy pineapple.
She made me drunk, so.
Me. It was tequila.
Crazy pineapple is just like all of them, but you gotta do some fun, right?
So he's gonna put the flop out, and then
You
when you
gotta
come
do
to
some.
you,
You gotta do some. Is this double board?
discard one,
Yes.
or you can fold. There's
So
gonna be
at that
action.
thing, you have to just like pause for.
You just say what you want to do because there's some losses to it. Oh, we're gonna go with one, too.
Oh, my
Just
God.
like 4 times.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Double board, 5-5.
You're gonna throw one of your cards away.
Could you have given me worse cards?
That's what I was just exactly thinking.
I mean, really, I don't think you could. I'm trying to think. Is there the worst card? Where are we at? I want
But
you
you
to
gotta throw one away.
redo that. Redo the block.
What, did you say misdeal?
Check your bet. I think we need a new floor.
I think we need to go flop. We all agree on a new flop.
Warren's not gonna check.
Except this guy.
Well, I've never seen Warren check in his life.
He doesn't know how to check.
I don't even know you,
I
Warren,
check-
but
I
I feel
definitely
like I know
check
you.
my
That was
cards.
my role to
That
not
is
check.
disgusting. I hate that.
20?
Man, I got my best dealer here, and I'm losing. That's crazy.
What does that say?
What does that say? That I'm just playing for fun, basically.
That's what I'm doing.
I know.
Wait, that's what I thought this was for because of her.
Exactly.
I'm literally betting
When
my
that guy had
entire
5,
dog.
I had a queen, and I folded $40. I would have had nuts,
But,
and I would
you
have
might not.
doubled up.
Oh
I think I would
no,
have doubled up.
You didn't call the $40?
No, because I saw him reaching for chips and stuff. He instantly went for his chip.
I had ace
And she scared me.
and I had, you know, yeah, it was.
I pretty much thought I was dead too. And I was right.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was
Wasn't he younger at one point, or did I not see it?
How long is your flight?
Is it just us two? 14 hours. Oh.
40 hours total?
I don't have any
No,
cards
I
this
mean,
time.
no stop.
It's
From LA to my city.
14.
That's not
Oh
that
my
bad. 14
god,
hours?
he's like snap called back.
14 hours is
I said,
nothing.
no stop.
And he went
Stop it.
flow.
Ah.
Like, I have outs. Yeah, if you got a queen or a deuce down here.
How about?
Shop.
Why didn't
Stop,
I
stop.
Figure out who got the extra. Come on, Robert. Oh. We got people watching. You want to see me?
That's just wrong.
This is a
Yeah, are
friendly
they
game,
gonna have
John.
somebody
Come
put
on.
that dog for the final table? Or
What?
just like-
Friendly?
Yeah, so we're just like top level. Wow.
Wow. And I'm paying 12 hours to be top liver.
Yeah.
12 an hour to be top liver.
Are we paying?
You should just work here.
Why does chopped liver get such a bad name? I mean, what if I like chopped liver? That's what I'm saying.
Wait, how do you guys not like chopped liver?
Exactly. I feed that to my
Who the
dog.
fuck's that top liver?
That's dog food.
Your reader thing.
Love chopped liver.
Liver's disgusting. Liver's gross.
You guys have no sense of taste, apparently.
It's like a filter.
Chopped liver is really good. Because it's made properly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I am back. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit without me.
Egg in it, onion.
Really? Oh, are you really over there doing that?
Had to go transition them from streaming to a
Where's
regular
James?
table.
I need to have him make a specialty of chopped liver. Just
Oh
eat right next to you.
gosh.
I will put it
So we
in
got a
the
little
cup
bit less than half an hour of stream left.
So would I.
with crackers. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's yummy.
20 players left in the marathon day 2.
You put,
Just about to 2 tables. Again, we'll be streaming the final table right here. Looks like we got 5 players headed to a flop. Oh no, hold on. Nadia raised with ace-jack suited. Warren's going to call. T might have called here with a suited king. Rob looks like he's trying to figure out if he's going to call. Sylvia's probably going to call with a queen 8. Let's see. Nope, wrong on all that. Wait.
No, this is really nice. Come on, big boy.
New player at the table, by the way, Asian Godfather. Steven. Very energetic player.
What is it? What time is
He's one of those players that wins the hands and like to jump up and scream and shout and, you know, that kind of thing. Very energetic, very entertaining. Nadia just smashes it, flops everything. The absolute total nuts with a heart draw. Asian Godfather with a gut shot and backdoor hearts. Probably going to let it go.
That was the worst 20 I've ever spent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Worst 20 I've ever spent. I didn't even get a reach my money.
Oh, damn it.
And she raises me.
Get out of here.
Nick and Rob in the chat, thanks a lot for keeping things going while I was out. Appreciate it.
That was a really good fold of mine.
Hey, so you're not even on your phone right now.
I throw it on the phone.
You'll see what I did. I'm not gonna tell you right now. But oh, it's a 30-minute delay?
Yeah. I feel like it's almost like time travel.
Holy moly, what have you done to her, Robert?
I created a bunch.
Jesus. Created herself.
I've been sleeping.
She's a self-creation.
She wins the pot, she goes crazy.
I've been sleeping for way too long now. I've been playing with M&M's for way too long.
Ava looks like she picks up kings here.
Oh, funny, sorry.
She straddled.
Gonna bump that up just a little bit. Looks like about 22. 16.
I really thought we were chopping that.
Also believable.
I'm sitting right next to her. How can I not see it?
Sylvia will play, see
I was
a
sitting on the
flop
other
with
side
an
of the
ace.
table. I would never said anything.
Looks like we got
You flopped aces
7-3 and
all the
7-4 also in there in the blinds. And under the gun, 7-4 suited hits his pair. Now he's got two pair aces and fours. Gonna check it. Sylvia, she's had kings twice tonight. She's had those ace magnets. One time it pulled out a flop like this, two aces, but no one had an ace. This time, Sylvia has the ace. Sylvia's gonna punch out another 25 bucks.
My last name, I've heard people say, are you sweet?
Maybe he's thinking, man, now I'm behind 3 deuce offsuit. Yuck. But you know Sylvia doesn't have that.
Greek? Oh my God, Kelly.
Just ask it.
No, my first name
25 bucks is probably just enough to get one last call. 30 bucks.
He's got it. He just won himself a match. Hey, what does he got to be feeling right now? Does he take out a 3 yard?
You gotta play the final hole, right?
That'd be like,
Folds in sadness and disgust.
You got a 2-shot lead. You just gotta go bogey 3, right?
if you pull out your 3 wood, would you pull out your best card? You guys aren't kidding. What's the 18th
Look at that hand.
hole?
Just a hand.
It's ridiculous.
Sylvia this time taking advantage of the ace magnets to pull out some extra aces to help hers out.
This is the hand.
Oh, Vinny.
He changed my name to
She only needed 1, but she brought 2 to the flop. Strong magnets.
3 ace kings.
Like, I'm taking the pro off, man. Watch this.
Boom!
We're getting close to the end here. Certainly don't want to thank Rounders Card Club for allowing us to stream this game today in their facility here in South Central Texas, North Central San Antonio. Right here at Wurzbach and I-10 in the Colony Shopping Center. Just behind HEB, if you're familiar with the town.
Oh, Dion had 9.
No, I had Jack 10.
Oh, they had you.
I'd like to also thank all the players.
No, the 9 is mine.
Came out to play at least one last game with their friend they've gotten to know over the years, Ava. before she heads back home.
The commentary.
It looked like a bird. It looked like a bird scratching
It's
their
a lot,
head.
it's a lot easier if you know the result. Mine in real time, it's like, I don't
5
know.
players to this flop. Pair of 10s in the lead until the ace shows up. Sylvia pulls ahead again.
Sam's like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
I am running for the door. He says he's fine. Here's the net. There's the net right there.
You counted out the chips and then you fold it.
I was trying to get a reaction.
Well, Asian Godfather's got bottom pair there. He's going to check that one over. Sylvia's going to punch out 25 bucks. Take it down.
That's how you fold that in.
You would.
No more Big Robert.
I have no doubt you would. And I would have done deserve it. I made a giant walk and everyone made $43. No way.
20 players left in the marathon day 2. Everyone left is getting at least $1,600. The regular Sunday freeze out also at the final table. 6 players left. And the free roll is just getting underway. If you like tournaments, free roll registration's open for another hour and a half. Come on down.
Why are you warming up? You're not gonna get a shot. It ain't gonna happen. This guy is going to play his best club in his bag.
Even if you just take a bogey, you're not expecting it back up.
I'm reaching. Where's his tee shot? He's already teed out. I didn't see it. That's gotta be nerve. Ooh. Fast forward, man.
As long as he doesn't smoke it over the back of the ring, dude.
Got a pretty good crowd out in the card house tonight.
Is he in the fairway?
We got 3 tournaments running at the same time, as well as a variety of cash games, including this one. Rob's going to make a little raise with ace king, and that's going to get through. In addition to this game, there are 7 other 1-2 no limit hold'em tables. We have 2 tables of 5-5 Big O. That's 5 card Omaha high-low split. We have a 5-10 mix game with a full kill that started up. That one's going well.
So how come we
And
can't
then
get
this
all
game.
these cards? How come we can't fit cards?
We'll probably go back to China and just put this on repeat.
This game from a stream perspective will be ending
Just watch it over and over and over.
fairly soon.
See us all.
Probably have 2 or 3 more hands left.
That's crazy. There's no poker? You'll find them.
There is, but she says that people are crazy. They're rich and they don't care about the money. They'll call you with deuce 3 every time. Right?
Well, then you're just gonna clean up.
That only lasts.
I mean, it is what it is, right? You go over there and play poker, you're gonna be alright. That'll teach you up. Good job. Be honest.
Before we end tonight, I also did want to thank my setup title sponsor for tonight, the All Creatures Great Small Veterinary Hospital. 210-349-3969 for an appointment. 210-349-3969. All manner of companion animals can be treated at that particular clinic.
Put this on the green, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that going?
Queen 952 hearts for this fall.
Oh no!
Nice open-ended for Ava.
Oh, did that plug? That did not plug, did it? Did that plug? Ooh.
Good enough.
That was nerve.
Yeah. He hasn't missed a green like that.
Oh, he did not swing through that one. He's thinking about it now.
It could be a playoff.
As veterinary clinic's right down the road.
He needs a double.
Lockhill Selma, Northwest
Double
Military.
bogey, yeah. Oh, they already did the
Okay.
You'll see it when you find it. Be very easy. Bright blue building.
Wow, man.
Dark purple door.
129.
Easy to see.
Oh,
Warren finding ace king again. This time not suited. And in middle position, he's going to raise it.
I told him it was friendly when
I see
he
it
sat down.
working. I see it working.
Kelly's going to let go of the old ace 4.
Lock out the crowd. Lock out the crowd. You got two. You got a.
Sam likes his queen 10. Let's see a flop with that.
Get it on the green and 2 putts for the victory.
As long as you're not plugged. And that I don't think you can plug it there.
Background to Nadia, who limped.
Black.
7-6
I also think that
offsuit.
sand they use. I don't think it.
She might make an adventurous call.
The way it's flashed.
I might decide to let it go.
Right.
Alright, man. Last thing that you probably hit over.
Have it finish, let it go.
Just the last thing? Alright.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we keep playing though, just without the screen?
Sam. Flop's a good shot.
Where's on your green? Keep playing.
Hits a pair. Just passed up ace king. Ace king, though, still on a high pair draw. They're checking it down. Sam I am with 2 pair. Gonna be good if he hangs on.
Oh, that's right. They're having the tournament. Alright, take my money. Got a 10.
Warren makes the call with his ace high. He's gonna be good a fair amount of the time, but
Thanks, man.
in this case,
You gave me no hands.
Good.
not gonna be.
What's the last hand?
That just won you the tournament.
We got one more hand, right?
One more.
200K guarantee marathon
Wait,
day
was the last
2.
hand or was this hand?
227,375 in the prize pool. 19 players left.
Last hand.
19 players, 1 more, and we'll be down to 2 tables.
Regular.
Again, we'll be bringing the final table, the final 9 players. Will be live right here on the channel. So even if you tune out for a little bit, put those notifications on, come back. Looks like this is our last hand. They're setting up for a bomb pot. I do believe their last hand was a bomb pot. Might be a pineapple bomb pot.
Oh my god. Video makes me sad.
I think it was crazy double board. So again, unfortunately, it's not going to show entirely correctly on the screen. Apologies for that. In our regular normal streams, we typically restrict them from doing the double board stuff because of these issues. because this was a kind of a one-off pop-up stream,
Can I
we're
rearrange?
just gonna let that happen.
Jack?
So it's fine.
You might not want that to happen.
Just doesn't give me much to
Check,
discuss.
check, 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 check.
It's hard to tell what happened.
I don't trust him.
But for all of you guys still
Made
watching,
around the whole table.
for all of you guys who contribute in the chat, really do appreciate all of your contributions, discussions.
Check.
Rob P, Nick from Yuma, guys still hanging out. Appreciate it. Come back in an hour or so. Make sure you got that notification on so you know when we'll be live with the final table. Poker Odyssey, Tom Burgess, Lewis, Jack Six Suited Diamonds, V, Marissa, Pokey Polly.
Alright, we need rats.
You guys are still on.
Right there behind you.
Again,
There we go.
thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting.
Can we just check over to that table?
Hope you enjoyed the special stream we have today.
No, me neither. He's crying, but we're not gonna let him.
Where we going?
And again, we'll be back on a regular night, Tuesday night. We'll also be back in an hour or so with the final table.
We still got a little time before the final table. I'm gonna end the stream so we can.
Oh, you're gonna end the stream, but we can keep playing. Okay.
Warren with Ace King again.
Sorry.
We'll have to get you off here eventually.
Well, we thought it was last hand.
Just for the stream.
I was out on the floor for this hand, and I remember one of the boards was one with a boat. The other one I think was also one with a boat.
If the action tracker's doing
I think the second board has 994 on it, I believe.
it's all controlled with the whole.
Still gotta do our
One of those is mine.
audition.
Unless they're doing ultimate high. I can't remember exactly how they're doing it, but
There's no live stream.
That was mine. No,
part of the
man.
trouble
No, no,
with
no. You had 100
these
in
things,
there,
it's hard
and you
to
took your 100 back.
track exactly what
Oh,
was
yeah, he
going
jumped
on.
that.
So
You're
there's
correct.
a little bit of a discussion here about what was bet and
Oh,
called
I
back.
know.
So
Yeah, no, I see what you're
just a brief discussion to get that straightened out, but it's straightened out pretty quickly here.
He confused you.
Anyway, certainly do appreciate everyone that watched.
I mean,
Again, we'll be back
good luck.
in an hour or so with the final table. Still at 19 players at 200K guarantee.
So have a good one.
But for now,
Just let him with it.
Mixed Game Mike signing off.
Oh, Russell came back.
You're up to old man. I got her cart broken down, so I'm an Uber driver. Why can't you get our Uber? Because it's more fun getting bonus points for being a good dad.
Do we have to switch tables?
You got all the fun. Robert never had enough. Oh, is she serving tonight?
We'll see if I can leave.
Her first night learning to be white.
Are you gonna play with us?
Because order and podium is in the shop. Yeah, right?
Who's that? Who's that? We've been playing with red the whole time.
You know, she's gonna start working here 8 days a week, you know that, right?
Yeah, there's only 7.
Exactly.
Oh, we're playing, okay. We're playing regular. Okay, then I'll stay. I did not know that. I thought everybody was gonna.